time to go viral. I'm homicidal, I'm killing all my rivals. I'm the man, shit, I put that on the Bible. I Spotify my target, cause you know I got the title. Hey, I'm a Mac 2. I told baby shake that ass like she Apple. She said it's real, so she got my name tattooed. House full, so I hit it in the back room. Baby said she needed nail, peep the urgency. I want a little Kim before she had the surgery. Leg spread on that hardcore poster. She love twerking, she just do it for the coach. Big dog, bull massive. 6 tray Chevrolet, I'm classic. All these niggas mad at me, that's tragic. The main bitch in the bed, that's graphic. Yeah, we about to go viral. Hey, we about to go.
What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal, Viral Gang? We in the house, you know what I'm saying? We got a full-packed house today. You know what I'm saying? We about to lead the way like Messiah say. Shit. You already know what's happening. You got Show in the house, baby. Okay, off this pre-workout, homies. Damn near off this itching and scratching shit. You know what I mean?
Lost his mind. That's why.
Let me turn my shit down. Yeah, this nigga
going nuts. That's why somebody tell him. That's why I never wear the headphones. But
now you need to wear the headphones because they're over talking shit.
The pre-workout stuff. So why you ain't got your headphones on?
Because we only got 2.
Look, why you ain't got yours on? You the over talker.
Did you see the comments? They're like, yeah, y'all niggas need to wear headphones.
One person said that. This nigga off one person and run with that comment.
You allow them. See, you allow the masses to change you, man. The wolf don't chase the sheep.
And that's facts. And he
the wolf actually do
one
chase
comment
the
go crazy.
I mean, the sheep don't chase the wolf. You don't allow the sheep to change your mentality, bro. Relax.
Mister, what the fuck is he talking about?
First of all, you tripping, bro. You allowed one comment to influence your
see one comment and go crazy. When the comment said this.
That niggas ain't insecure. That's insecurity right there. That's feminine right there. You probably celebrating your birthday today, nigga.
Hey, this coming from the marriage counselor, nigga. He's still mad on.
Niggas want to cry. Hey, let's go. Don't say niggas. Let's go, nigga. Hey, let's go. Hey, the same nigga who said I don't watch sports, but soon as the playoff come on, hey man, when we watching the game, man, fellas, we gotta link up.
Fresh out of counseling session, nigga.
Man, here we go with that shit.
Feeling his guts.
Nigga don't want to go to the Marathon Burger in Long Beach, man. Come on, man, let's pop out. I don't want to pop out, man. I live in the studio.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Probably live stream, get the meta glasses.
Man, we go all that, nigga. We already got them.
I seen a lot of y'all feminine ass niggas in the crowd too, man. Don't let Viral talk about you with the marriage counseling. How you gonna let Messiah and Viral talk? They ain't even married. Man, shut your soft ass up, nigga. Soft ass niggas venting this shit.
Yeah.
You know what it is?
I ain't mad at him venting, but it was just, you right about the comment, because people was getting at me, oh, y'all niggas wrong. It looked like a 2-on-1. Yeah. I said, nigga, no, we was trying to understand. And then they missed points of, it wasn't even about you having a marriage counseling. The whole point we was getting at was that a piece of it didn't make sense. That's what was the whole vocal point.
It don't even matter what nobody say, bro. First of all, nigga, they can talk shit, y'all can't, and we know what it is. At the end of the day, bro, this is like a brotherhood at the end of the day. Don't let this sway y'all. We talk shit amongst us, but it's all love at the end of the day, bro.
Oh yeah, don't let that bother you.
Don't ever let that bother y'all, bro. That's what we supposed to do. If we can't agree. We all can't be up here, yes, man. Show be boring at the end of the day. I believe in marriage counseling. They don't. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good.
The whole thing is they can, you know, when somebody agrees with you and they feel like we're attacking them at this point.
That's why they can't personalize that though, man. Don't personalize it, man.
Y'all 2-on-1 is short.
No, it ain't no 2-on-1, bro.
They feeling sorry for kids.
Everybody done got their 2-on-1s up here.
Man, 3-on-1, man, it get like that.
It happened to everybody.
And it wasn't even that. It wasn't even about no 2-on-1.
No, it wasn't, bro. Man, listen,
everybody. Just facts over feelings. That's all.
That's all it is, bro. At the end of the day, man. Talk to us, Collie, man.
Faraway boys in the building. How y'all feeling, man?
I'm feeling great.
I'm good, man. I appreciate Short coming in here with the energy, man.
Man,
he didn't turn this motherfucker all the way up.
Man, I got to because
I come in to we ain't gotta go 2 hours. You know that.
See what I'm saying?
Nah, but look,
hey, we trying to do 30 minutes to get on.
He trying to help and get that spiel right, but this the same nigga. I'm whooped. You know a nigga get to talking like that before just to hurry up. He make that excuse so when he do get up out of here, I was tired as hell. And tell these niggas how they late at their own motherfucking shit.
I'm actually great. I'm actually doing great. I just got to shower, all kind of shit.
Man, okay, this nigga right here.
I'm feeling good right now. I can go all night.
This nigga is killer, bro.
We gonna see.
You see, I was up late last night. Little 10 p.m., 11 p.m. stream.
You must have took a nap and then that's why you got that second win.
Up at 4, you feel me? Regular.
It checks out.
Feeding the streets.
Ain't nothing wrong with it, man.
Cut trying to recant on the shit he just said. They be killing his ass. Talking about feeding the streets. He couldn't take it. Nigga couldn't sleep, nigga. He had to go change his opinions, nigga. Talking about they hate me for my opinion. That nigga have to go change his shit.
This nigga Messiah crazy.
That hate me for my opinion.
Cut didn't tell the song he was going live, nigga. None of us knew, nigga. We just I wake up, I'm like, cuz, why this nigga shit red? Cut on there going crazy. I'm like, oh, cuz, I have to change his opinion. Comments getting to that nigga, killing me.
And he was talking to turn it. Let me go back on
These
here.
niggas got me fucked up, nigga. I'm gonna go set the record straight.
The crazy part is I doubled down on what I said the first time. That's the crazy part.
Damn,
Man,
There's
that's
a lot
crazy
going on
work.
with that right now.
I know, because we definitely got to discuss that, man. Joe Budden, he jumped in the mix.
He jumped in there.
He told Glasses and Adin, he hoped that Glasses get the Crips together and do what they do to Adin. DJ Academics jumped in and said, I wouldn't advise that. Adin got the U.S. Marshals with him. He got the snipers. And what y'all think about it? Because I done gave my spiel 2-3 times. Show you wasn't here. Kylie, you wasn't here.
He said I gave my spill 3 times.
Changed
No,
his
he
opinion 2 or 3 times.
want to run off the deep end. But nah, I just look at it as at this point, these niggas is getting. Joey found a way to get inside the content. He found his way in. So he don't have to necessarily even give an opinion just to be mentioned now. Now they're talking about him. This is all games with these niggas. None of these, I ain't gonna say they don't mean it, but we know what time it is. People run plays. And I'm saying that they running a play, but they know how to get the engagement. Negativity spreads faster than anything, and we all know what's going on. Everybody's getting attached to it and jumping on that train.
That's a fact.
At the end of the day, I'm back on the black flag, homie. We need to unite. Anybody press anything that's not us. Man, why would you do that when see what I'm saying? Damn.
I'm trying to get the set right.
Listen, bro, you should have did all that, man. Listen, this is what we go talk about, bro. We coming together. I'm riding with the squad. At the end of the day, if you ain't with us, you against us. Joe Budden, you ain't really got much to say. You ain't got much to offer. This ain't really nothing to do with you. I think he gonna speak on it just for content at the end of the day. G Malone.
Cuz said he's staying out of it, didn't he?
Yeah, because he
My
had
bad,
comments.
Shug. Go ahead.
He had comments about old girl being an industry plant as well. So he kind of just stayed out of it because they had that topic or they discussed that topic on the show. He kind of just stayed out of it completely, and then that's where he added in was I do hope something happens to Adin or Glasses go get the Crips and
Man, Kendrick Lamar said, don't talk about no black lady, that's law, man. We got to stand on that, bro. Glasses Malone just following up on what Kendrick said in the song. So at the end of the day, come as united. We can talk amongst us, but when somebody else do it, I feel like we should be tripping.
I'm
That's what we need to start doing.
gonna say this last thing. I'm gonna just keep it G. Most people don't give a fuck. Most people don't care, but people do care far as when it's attacking us in our community. People are tired of that. But not for most things that when we see these type of situations happen, if it's not affecting people directly, most people don't care. And all y'all be in the comments be acting like that. None of y'all really trooping. None of y'all is really getting out there to do nothing. Y'all want to see somebody else crash, especially y'all motherfucking faces pages.
Nah, for sure.
Being there in the main comments going crazy,
Going
talking about
hard.
somebody doing something. You niggas ain't doing shit.
One bop a grape in the
that's a fact.
vineyard.
This is what I'll say. It's fuck Adin Ross. I'm standing with Doechii on this one. I think, and I know she's had previous comments, and we can even break those down and really get into that. But I think at this point in time, over the last few days or last week, I've been seeing ridicule outside of music towards her. And for me, although I still have the stance that I have on what she said about straight men, and I still have my stance on her workings into the industry, I don't think I want to partake in adding more flame to the fire for a black woman out here who is really just, she trying to do her thing. She's trying to do the music. I don't think she deserves that ridicule. The music side, you an industry plant, your music is trash, you whack, whatever it is, I think that's okay. I think when you start doing the extras is when it becomes a problem. Like I don't think that's cool. Now, I don't agree with the way Glasses is going about it though. So I stand with Doechii, but I don't agree the way he's going about it. I just think that in this day and age, right, with the internet, the climate, we know we got the feds watching. I just don't think that's a good idea. And then you put yourself in a predicament where now the internet is waiting to see what you do and how you play your hand. And I think a lot of older people, they don't think that social media matters because they still live in the real world. But we're at a point in time where those two worlds have merged. And so a lot of things, you could be a real nigga off in the streets, and that does matter to some people. But so many people in today's time have became the hive mind or the groupthink because of social media. So I feel like when you put yourself in a position where If you don't show your hand, now you a buster. And if you do, you get a civil suit, which you might not have the money or that much money to go that long in court, or you do crash out. And I know you said that you accounted for prison time, which to me as a grown man, that's nuts. I'm not accounting to not be free. I'm trying to be free. So there's that, especially over something like that. But I think that Glasses, to me, that's where he's fucking up. It's trying to play this game with him online that it's a lose-lose, because then what? You crash and now I'm sure you're a provider. I'm sure I know he doesn't have kids, but I'm sure he got a niece, a nephew, a mom, somebody he's taking care of. So
He represents Section 2.
So when you do that, all you do is take yourself off the street as a leader, as a provider, as a protector. And really, if we keep it 100, Adin, he gonna turn around and be a martyr to social media weirdo niggas. So it's a lose-lose to me. And I feel like we don't have to, I understand the thinking and why he's doing it. I just wish, I guess we went about it a different way. But I'm
Okay,
still
now, hold on. Let me ask this. Did you practice that in the car on the way here?
Nah, I didn't
or?
practice that. That was funny.
I don't care like
Yeah.
that. What you mean?
Damn.
Nah, I'm
Collie
asking.
was cooking.
Nah, listen. He gave a take that I seen on his TikTok that is now gone, which was kind of the opposite of what he just said. That's why I'm asking.
Nah, I
because y'all
still-
was just on me about the comments.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, give your original take. I
Nah.
want the real thoughts. Don't come up here
Yeah, and
because you
So
with the
cut,
Crips.
Kevin.
No, I'm not capping at all.
You with the Locs and the Down
Okay, look, I'm not capping.
Hold on, let me say
man,
this.
yeah.
Let me say
Okay,
this.
yeah,
I want to
because
know
he's
his real
because
take.
he just had a whole little point.
That
That was
yeah.
my
But-
real take.
I'm gonna let y'all
That
go
was
back
one
and forth.
take. That
in
was
a
one
second.
take too.
Damn, this nigga made me forget.
Damn. Hey, no, you know what, Collie?
Niggas told me about the
Let me ask you-
No, let me
this.
say something. On my YouTube, which is it's still up. I don't know why you're saying it's not.
I went to find it on the TikTok. It
It's-
was gone.
It's still up. I had critiques of Glasses Malone and the way he
When he
handled
went
it.
in on glasses.
That's
yeah.
the only
Yeah,
thing,
for
and I just had the same critique about him right now, which is that. And if you want me to even double down on what I said, which that's my reputation up here on the show, is anytime we're gonna go at somebody else, let's go at ourselves.
So-
So hold on. If we're gonna
Sure.
say protect black women, then we can go and start with our black young boys, right? We can figure out how to teach them about balance so they're not overly masculine. Because again, too much of anything is a bad thing. And you do need the balance to be able to deal with women. We can show black love better within our homes for our kids growing up, the nuclear family better. There's a whole bunch of things that we can do, that we can point attention to, that would be protecting black women outside of this. And I did say that the reason that also I didn't like what Glasses is doing, because to me, this is like the icing on the cake. It's not the pushing factor as to why he's doing what he's doing. To me, it's you're a white boy, you speaking on hip hop, both, braggadociously, you don't belong in this culture and you think you do, and we're supposed to just bow down to you. You done got into it with AD or whoever. I keep seeing your name pop up on bullshit. This is the icing on the cake. So that's why for me, it's like to jump out based off of this, I think you should just jump out and say what it really is, which that may be a byproduct of it. But at the end of the day, niggas don't want this nigga in the culture.
I just look at it like this. It goes, we make these points so many time and time again, and this is a clear example. We need to stop allowing people to capitalize and basically pimp our culture. We need to start, niggas shouldn't, it should be zero tolerance. It should get to a point where, and like what bro always say, on code, this should be unspoken. Like, niggas should be cutting his water off and not fucking with him. These niggas are nothing without our culture. Everything they do is based off of dealing with rappers, dealing with our athletes, dealing with anything in our spaces. Once we see that, a nigga needs to be made an example out of in every shape or form. Whether if we can't get to him in a physical way, then you cut his water off for just dealing with us, point blank, period. Yeah, and niggas need to stand there, pick a side, and keep it right there. And that just goes for our people too. Like, niggas is sitting beside this man because of relationship, but it starts to make us look crazy as a whole. Then this is why when it comes to certain things, niggas can't get it together. Or why we can't take control of a lot of stuff, because we allow these niggas to get in positions and then they get to disrespecting us. So that's
I was
why I
gonna
look
say
at
this,
it.
but knowing where Glasses is from, we all know he's from Watts. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to just limit him being a East Side Crip dude. But what I'm saying is maybe the way he handled his situation is getting at him in the physical aspect. And again, I'm not saying, again, I agree with you. That may not be the smart way, but that's the way he's used to dealing with things because he grew up in a era where that's how most men handle their situation. So I'm not mad at his efforts. it could be redirected in a different way. But at the end of the day, if that's how a man wants to handle his business, who are we to check another man for defending a black woman against a white
Now,
dude?
hold on.
I know
Let me
you
say
said
this.
it.
Hold
I know
on.
you said
Let me interject for y'all. Get the one. I gotta play devil's advocate a little bit, and I'll be the bad guy on this topic.
Man, knock it off.
I'll be the bad guy on this topic. Listen, Black Flag, 100%. Protect black women, protect black babies, protect black men, protect black culture, 100%. But time and time again, we get these little eruptions in the culture throughout the year where it's a hot topic of the week, and then when the topic ain't hot no more, there's no more Black Flag. It's no more protect black women. There's no more stand up for black men. It's everybody back to the same old bullshit. That's why I'm sitting back going, bro, there has been a multitude of instances where we should have been standing up for a long time. You want to talk about protect black women? We had a whole podcast, Fresh and Fit, eating for years off humiliating black women to the point where they have been bringing on these right-wing self-proclaimed racists that rage bait us with the N-word just to belittle and berate black women and call them the N-word just to get this right here, the reaction, and the money go up. And then all the racists, they come in, they laugh, super chat, this, that, and the third, and the culture is silent, dead silent, nothing to do with nothing. And the only time people want to speak when they got something to do with a rapper? But what about black culture, period? They playing with our culture, period. Everywhere I look, we done spoke on a multitude of topics for over 3 or 4 years. Where was all of this when Kanye was getting BTA'd by the you-know-whos? And ain't nobody have shit to say. Now it's, we not scared of him because it's Adin Ross? Nah, but the ones that was pushing buttons, I didn't see nobody standing behind Kanye. Like Kanye said,
Ye's
nigga,
considered
I'm
off
on
his
your...
meds, though, so that's why
Man,
people ain't
fuck
gonna
all
be-
that. We know
Ye ain't
Maze
out
ain't
his
no,
mind.
we know he ain't
Yeah.
off his mind. We know what he's saying is making sense. Academics had the balls to go sit with him and put that out on Twitter. The point is, a lot of shit Ye said back then, we seeing happening right now. In this situation is one of those situations as well, where if the culture would have took a stand and stayed on code, Ye couldn't have got done like that. All the way back to Kaepernick. We let the NFL do cut like that. Like, we just sit back and watch us get played with time and time again and make excuses until it's, oh shit, it's a rapper or it's a hot topic of the week. It's okay, I'm cool. If we want to say we let all that slide, let's start today, I'm with that too. But I'm not just finna say, this is for Doechii. No, because I don't even fuck with what Doechii stand for. I don't care what nobody say. She black, but all skin folk ain't your kinfolk. If you repping that feminism bullshit and you want to get on national whatever and use your platform to say straight men are the biggest red flag, joking or not, you got influence and women follow you. I don't rock with that. So that's something that need to be addressed and checked, because the same men that you said was the biggest red flag are the ones out here defending you, ready to crash out. And I ain't heard her come on her platform and denounce what she said back then. Like, damn, you know what? It was a joke. It was a troll. I'm sorry. I see how y'all standing for me. Nothing. She ain't using her platform to speak for us at all, in no way, shape, form, or fashion. Yes, she made a song defending herself, but when has she spoke up for you, black woman, besides down in the black men? Because she dated a bisexual man who broke her heart and she clowned him for it, but she bisexual herself. Like, let's stop playing with the semantics. Going at Adin Ross is not saving black women, bro. We got a real fight that we need to get laws changed. We need to get legislation changed. We need to get power, ownership, all type of shit to protect black women
But
in
don't
a
we
real
always
way.
need to start somewhere? So at the end of the day, you saying all that to say, if we start right here, it's a start. We can't just say we're going to lobby and do all this and that. We still have to start somewhere and gather the momentum to start doing the bigger things. Bro.
I agree. I just don't want this just to be a clout chase moment.
He's
because
saying
Adin Ross,
keep it all the way across the board. Keep it all the way. Don't let one moment spur up and everybody get riled up, and then we go right back to regular programming. It's no different when people be wanting to meet at funerals and stuff and be like, oh yeah, we gonna hang out after this, and you never see this person again.
Yeah.
So I think that, in a sense, I agree with what Viral was saying, and that's all facts. But to go back to G Malone, I do understand. We talk about this all the time also. People only respect one or two things, money and violence. So you can't get messages across. Everybody can't be reasoned with. Everybody can't be talked to.
Yeah.
We see he put a message out there. The man responded because they think everything is all fun and jokes. They think every nigga out in a certain
Can be
way
played
is a clown, or even if they do or don't, but they feel like they got niggas that's gonna protect them, or they got security that's gonna protect them. And the only reason people even fucking with Adin, it's not like you an interesting person, because he got money. That's the only reason. Niggas ain't respecting that man, but they gon' teeter around him to keep those relationships or to maybe he might be doing something for you.
Okay,
you
now
know?
let's think outside the box. Is getting Adin touched gonna help black culture, or is that gonna make it worse for us in the media?
Yeah,
Because I'm looking at it, if let's say somebody do crash out on it, we already got this reputation, oh, you low impulse control, this, that, and the third. To me, that's gonna scare the money away. That's gonna put a red flag on a culture that already has a huge red flag. Now, I'm not saying some of these nerd ass niggas don't need their jaw rewired, but do it in an inconspicuous way where it could have just been a stream sniper and we thought he got stream sniped and then they got wired his shit. But once you get online and say, yeah, on Crip, we doing this because of this, now that puts a black eye on the culture. Whether you in the right or the wrong, we're going to be in the wrong as black culture.
At this
I
point,
Yeah, go
though,
ahead.
I'm gonna let you go real quick. At this point, we're already at the bottom.
Boom.
We're already have a black eye on us. We already have all that. So what else is there at this point to even
Besides
be worried
inflict-
about?
Nah, it's
Yeah.
chess. To me, it's chess.
I understand it's chess. I'm just saying I'm not going to be mad if that came across
We
and
already
happened.
stained, though.
Yeah, exactly. They're not trying to do business with us like that. They're not trying to do things unless they can capitalize. They're not bringing niggas up and putting them in positions
Unless you
for the
can
most part.
manipulate
No.
Hold on. What'd you say?
I think that what Viral is saying, I agree with it. I don't think it's going to help the black culture. But I also can understand Glasses Malone's
Thinking.
sentiments and thinking, because being around certain people, you understand our responses or how we deem we should fix something, right? That is a common way that we say, hey, we got a problem, let's fix it with physicality. So I understand it, but I don't think it's right. And I think what Viral is speaking on and what we speak on and reiterate a lot is, at least to me, we're at a point right now where every race has a street subculture, but our culture, our subculture is our main culture. So our street culture is predicated as the main culture. And we're at a point right now where things like that only predicate it further. We need to figure out a way to, I'm not saying move from that all the way because I believe in aggressive intelligence, but start figuring out other outlets and other ways to move to have a better view of ourselves as a culture at some point.
Right.
Because
So let me
if
all-
all
let
we
him
can-
land, let
if
him land.
all-
Let me ask you this.
if all we can think of is violence, then that's just a very, very low hanging fruit. That's like the simplest thing that you can do is get in a fight, bro. Like, and it doesn't, and as much as we as black people in our culture deem that is a great, thing, you got squabbles and this and that, like, it's not, there's better ways to do things and get ahead and make people feel you, I feel like.
So I've already just explained that, and y'all took 1 point and zeroed in on that after I just said they just need to be discarded out the culture and things in that sense. Okay, give you this scenario. You with your mama or your sister or somebody, and they get at them like he did in person. How do you handle that? You want to be inconspicuous? You want to handle this another way? You want to
I think that's totally different, though.
That's
That's
different.
changing the whole scenario. Basically, what I'm saying is, when you're dealing with the streamers, you're on a different playing field. We're not in the set. We're not in the hood. So trying to attack them with the rules that we play in the set, you're gonna lose 10 times out of 10. That's a whole different ball game. So what I'm saying is, I'm not against going at them. It's fuck that little weasel ass motherfucker. What I'm saying is, let's be smart. Not go on a suicide mission. Let's plan to win. Because if you think you're just gonna see him outside somewhere, get up on him, smack the shit out of him, yeah, we got the victory. No, you really didn't. You either getting popped up by the security, you're going to jail, career a rap, and like Callie said, that's gonna boost him up. And now, black culture, we gonna be even lower than what we was
So let me
before.
just say this.
Let's do it the smart way.
Let me
What
just
I'm
say
saying.
this. Let me say it's nothing wrong doing a smart way, but I'm kind of what Messiah is saying right now. The imagery of violence will stick in your mind. Back in 1964, during the civil rights, when that shit went viral of violence being inflicted on us, that's what made affect change. What I'm saying is this. I'm not saying we got to go to the extreme of during the 1964 civil rights that was inflicted on us, but once you start showing that you're not meant to be played with, pain has a way of staying in somebody's mind longer than setting an example verbally. If you tell a child, don't touch the stove if it's hot, they're going to be like, okay. But then when they finally touch the stove, when nobody's looking and burn their hand, they know more not to touch that stove because they physically was inflicted on pain. And that pain's going to stick harder. Not saying all of the time violence will solve it, but at times it's okay to be a dangerous, violent culture so people can know, stop playing with me.
I
But
agree, but
also-
I agree, but it has to be strategic. And
I'm saying that. I'm just saying it could just be an option. Not saying it's the first option. But we have to show at some point we're not meant to be played with no more.
But what I'm saying is this, and I'm not testing glasses gangster or none of that, but from just a perception standpoint of view, if we see you saying something and then it doesn't happen, or we see you coming before you get there, it's like, how are we supposed to me, even think that's strategic or even think it's real, especially in this internet era? Like, how many people, if they're really going to do something, are going to get online and say it and then go crash out after? There are some people that we see that have gone viral for that, but for the most part, if niggas really going to get to it, they going to get to it. I'm not saying that he won't ever run into him and get into it, but I just think that if we're going to move that way, it has to be more strategic. If not,
okay, let me ask one question because I don't want to go too much on the topic. Sure. So what happens to the reputation of the gangsters of the West, of hip hop and everything, if nothing happens to Adin? After all of this noise, after all these threats, let's say he come out here, do a stream, nothing happens.
This is what I'm saying about social media has blurred the lines of reality, where it's like you can be doing stuff in real life, but the perception of us, the overall perception of us will lessen. The respect has lessened if you paid attention. Everything, the admiring, all of that has lessened because of social media. There's a lot of real niggas in real life, but it's a lot of examples on social media that are exalted to the masses, and that's what sticks with people.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, right. It's not really reality. So when we do these things on social media and you have a 40-year-old man or 50-year-old man saying, hey, I'm gonna crash you and get the Crips and whoopty bam bam, it's like, that's not the way that we should be conducting ourselves. To me, it just looks bad.
It gotta happen at this point.
I understand all that. And like I said, my first point, I'm a big advocate of moving in silence. That's just one thing. But that is already out the window. He's already said what he said. So I'm sure, like Short said, come from where he's come from, he's speaking in a sense, but I'm sure he didn't make it to his age by being stupid. Yeah, by moving in these streets and not being strategic. There's no way. So I have to have a little grace in a sense to understand, yeah, he might have crashed out online, but like y'all just said, it's online. So not saying that was the right move, or even if it is content or not. If something does happen, and just because a nigga land down here don't mean you was able to get to him. Mm-hmm. And I get what you're saying. Oh, if he don't make an example out of him, it's just more so he's speaking in a sense of, if I able to catch you, then this is what you should be expecting.
This the problem with that. Once you say that, you now have to do that, or the respect in the culture is gone. That's the danger of the internet. So like you said, he may land out here and you may not be able to get to him. But guess what? You done went on a rant for 3 weeks saying how y'all finna crash him and every nigga around him and this, that, and the third. And if nobody get touched, guess what? It don't matter if you can get to him or not. The optics of it is gonna be, man, the West Coast niggas stay capping.
And that's
you
why
see what they be doing on those jumps.
And I'm gonna combat you on that. Let's be real. The way the city is set up, you can be somewhere in LA and not be in the hood. As long as you stay on the other side of 405 freeway, you typically go be safe. You over there in Beverly Hills and up in the mountain area or Hollywood.
Some niggas get up on you though if they see you.
I understand that, but let's be real. Ain't no real hoods out that way. You can still be in LA and move safely.
What I'm saying is, we know that.
He's not coming to the
inner. No, but listen, he's not supposed to come there. What I'm saying is, once you make the threat, the onus is on you. It don't matter if he come out there and was in the hills and all. So what? They're gonna be like, nigga, you gangster, right? You should have went up to the hills. That's the danger of throwing that out there. It's like easy. You take away the element of surprise and you take away any excuse for not doing nothing.
And I agree with that. But the only time you can really put 100% flack on him when those things happen is if he sees them and nothing happens. Then that changes the trajectory.
From you, not the internet.
I mean, even the internet, because it's niggas out here that's in these streets that probably been looking for each other that still ain't found each other. So
you're not getting what I'm saying. I'm saying from the streamer world,
I know you're
they
saying
don't care about what we saying as far as how we're thinking.
It's
they
a
don't
dub
care.
to them. It's a W.
It's a W. The same way 6ix9ine was a W when he was popping up for 10 seconds. Oh, he went to O Block. Man, we know he went for 10 seconds.
I was just gonna bring that up.
Everybody, but who had it? Who would he had a W on? Because
the streamer world, he had the W. They don't care about the streets. This is what I'm trying to explain to y'all.
And also,
what we think and care about is a small portion. They're on the internet getting viewed by millions of nerds. They don't care about nothing we talking about.
So how do you press a streamer?
We got to affect them in a different way.
I personally don't think I don't even think that this should have happened for real. But we're here now. I understand, emotions get high, niggas want to make a statement. I get all of it. But if we could rewind, I don't think we should be here. I think we should really, really, really cut these people's water off. We keep saying it. Listen, when you take out the rage, there's no more bait. So when we stop having emotional reactions, when we stop threatening niggas and screaming and crying into the camera and about to pop a blood vessel, they no longer will be interested because they're not getting what they came for. So if we continue to keep feeding into this shit over and over and over again, they're just going to keep giving it back to us because it's became an ethosystem that we don't want. And that's the problem with it. So it's like, at some point, we got to do something different.
Like, look at this. Last thing on the topic, I want to move on to the Charleston interview. And then I do want to talk some more about the streamers because Academic says something interesting about streamers and rappers. But as we out here spazzing and we going back and forth, I just seen one of the little black streamers that be hanging around Adin doing the rack, you know what? I can't even say it on here. He invited Lil TJ on the stream. So as we're all saying, man, fuck these streamers, woo woo. One of the top rappers in the game is about to go stream with them. And I'm pretty sure Adin gonna pop up, and now that make us look weak, and now they still eating off our culture, and he can call Wack out here, and then Wack call Glasses to mediate, because Wack do streams with him. So he still has his connections business-wise, so unless we gonna all get on code, that's how we beat them. You beat them in their pockets, because like you said, who really cares about them if they're not standing next to the rappers? These niggas are just nerds. We just making it look like they got the motion because the niggas that's really the cool niggas is giving them the motion and then they leaving with nothing and giving them all the motherfucking highlights to put on their streams and shit. Once we take the highlights away, who they gonna stream with? Each other? Who really watching that shit? We're watching because the world clash is interesting. You got niggas from the hood that gang bang, this, that, and the third, and then you got a Neon. Oh shit, that's a crazy combo we would never see. That's ratings. You get Neon and Adin, how many times you gonna watch that?
Yeah, and the streamers want to be the gang members, and gang members want to be the streamers at this point. And it's getting to now like Lil TJ. Nobody's checking for Cuz. Let's just be 100. That nigga is been fell off since he done been shot and all that other stuff. He might had that one song with Polo G. Outside of that, he's trying to resurrect himself. That's what's really going on with that, in my opinion.
No, for sure. I agree with that. Now, did y'all, to end it on that, is still protect black women? Don't think I'm against y'all because I'm just saying, let's be realistic about the situation. Going at Adin for Doechii is not about black women. It's about Doechii, period. Now, you can paint it as it's for black women. In my opinion, it's for Doechii because I done seen too many black women get disrespected online and people are quiet. I done seen we've been getting disrespected by certain Hispanic podcasters for the past couple months, and I ain't heard nobody say nothing outside of us and a few other YouTubers, and it's right in our backyard. So to me, that's what made it look like, well, it's got to be something more than this.
And let me say one more thing, Rob, and we can move on. And it's another bigger part of they watch us disrespect each other online. So the much as we do content on each other, the much as we go in on our own people, then they feel like that's the cool thing to do. If we're the main focal point doing that, every content creator you see, niggas is either making plays or going in on what the next nigga done did or his fall off in no sense. So that's another conversation for another day. But I think that's another big part in it also.
These are two worlds that should have never collided because again, that world doesn't really care about the response in that world, and that world don't care about the response in that world. So it's like, what are y'all really how are you gonna leave your mark on each other? How are you gonna get each other's minds to change if you guys really don't even take a for real interest in each other's groups or even really care about each other's worlds, if that makes sense? Okay. It's not possible.
Let's go into that topic that you just said. Fuck it, we can go into that today. So based off what you just said, if we making content on each other, disrespecting each other, how do we expect other people to respect us when we don't respect ourselves? You don't really see Jewish creators going at each other and disrespecting each other to the degrees that we do. They more so on code and using everybody else and catapulting each other up, whereas we ping-ponging off each other, crabs in the barrel mentality type shit. So how do we even expect to get the respect when we don't even uphold it our damn self?
It starts in hip-hop music. We got to stop promoting violence amongst ourselves, bro. That drill music, all that got to stop immediately because that's the music that make you want to do it. You know what I'm saying? You hearing, I want to kill a nigga, I want to drill on a nigga, woo, 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 woo. That's all you're going to constantly want to do. You listen to it all day and night, you're going to want to hit a mission. So we got to start. It starts with the music because the music is the one that's influencing the youth. And the youth is the one that want to do what the popular rappers are doing. And these rappers not really doing it. But the ones that are, the one that's trooping, they want to be that. So it starts in the music. We got to stop promoting that type of music immediately.
I just think a lot of times people got to stop being so much competition when it comes to people getting in the same space as you or chasing the same goals as you, because if each one is building that bridge, then we are able to eventually control the narrative, control everything that's going on inside of that, and stop trying to get to a point where you got to finesse people, where you got to, if you don't want to fuck with somebody, just don't fuck with them. But niggas will be quick to take a bag from a nigga or whoop a nigga over a feature or try to book a podcast meeting with them just to make you look stupid. A lot of things that go on in the nature of people who they are at their core. I think once we start building with each other, then you finesse the goofies. That's what you think they doing to us, nigga. They've been fucking niggas over rap contracts for the longest. Like a lot of these things, like you said, they're getting together and then they're capitalizing and exploiting you, and you're the brand. You're everything that's making them money. There is no rap game without the rap game of black people. There is no way they can make money. They're not pushing none of their artists to do nothing. And they get to a point where they said, where these rappers are coming out and saying, you can't even make uplifting music. You can't even do this without destroying your community because we want to program y'all a certain way. They're not necessarily coming out and saying that, but we're not putting your music out. And we're giving them too much control in that sense.
But that's what it is. And that's why for me, 2026, we need to, when it comes to content, when it comes to culture, we need to figure out a way to think beyond what we already have. Because of that situation right there. I think, again, so much of our culture is rap, is the hip hop, is the streets, right? Which is great. We got great people who come from it. We've learned a lot of great things and people have learned morals and values from it. But I think that until we get away from some of these things as the main artifact, we're going to continue to be where we are. Because think about it. If we had maybe some more or new black A&Rs or some new black execs, etc., how many black people do you think actually want to see the negative stereotypes portrayed that we see every day? I feel like if we were able to think beyond what we already see, get more black people with a different viewpoint in these businesses, like back in the day, if you really think about the 70s, 80s, 90s, we had a mix of everything going on. You had niggas dancing with the gun, but you had niggas selling drugs. You had everything. You didn't just have street. So we need to get back to
diversify.
The I'll be sure cool nigga who just get girl, all of that. We need to get all of that back. And I think that's the way that we can fix some of the perception of us, at least when it comes to like content and music.
I just think we need to get our own platforms. That's just the bottom line. We could talk about changing messages and everything, but the people who run the platforms, if they're benefiting off the messages that they want put out, at the end of the day, where's the ownership and the power in controlling our messages? So at the end of the day, we need to get more ownership focused on building platforms where we can have a Netflix. We got Tubi, but look how we treat Tubi.
Yeah,
niggas talk Tubi like it ain't shit.
Yeah.
And that's our shit. And I'd have been a victim of that too, joking on it.
For sure.
But at the same time, that's how we look and view our shit.
They've
Nigga,
improved
I ain't
too.
going on Tubi. Nigga, I'm trying to get the Netflix. So we don't even respect what we own. We ain't got no Instagram that we running. We have Black Planet. That's gone. That's a wrap. So we ain't really got too many platforms made by us, controlled by us. So we're not controlling our own narrative. Even on YouTube, you have to stick in the guidelines.
So Tubi is black owned?
I don't know.
I think it is.
It might be. I know they have a lot of black
content on there.
movies
Yeah.
I just assume it is.
Nah, because this is what I was finna.
Maybe they just showing us that. I don't know. Yeah,
I'm saying that because my point was finna get at who made Tubi. You know, a lot of that stuff on there is just low budget.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
It's not. It wouldn't have mattered who if we was black owned and I was disrespecting Tubi. It's the Tubi be having some cool movies, but we have to be more so taking those movies in the way we present ourselves and put the messages out more serious.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
so
a fact.
Tubi is now owned by Fox.
Yes.
Oh,
So it's
So
not even black owned.
That makes sense because they done got a grip of shit. I've been on that shit damn near
Right.
every night watching something.
In 2020, it was acquired by Fox for hundreds of millions of dollars. So I think it started as black owned, and then we sold it. The same way we did BET. So
That's what we do with
there it is.
everything.
That's what we do with everything.
Yeah.
Capitalism. Okay, now did y'all, I don't know if y'all did, I sent the interview to Bro, the Charleston White interview about Sean Cotton.
I seen clips of them going at it because Charleston was trying to tell bro, like, you need to change these thumbnails. I don't know if that's from the same interview.
That's
He
the same
like,
interview.
He like, bro, you got me like frowning and looking crazy, and this shit is docking my views. Like, you got to fix this shit. So I seen that back and forth. I didn't really know. I didn't know they had a partnership that close.
Okay, so, I'll
break
give
it
you a background. Charleston was nobody on the internet. He was on Facebook, and that's it, right? Making little videos, going to City Hall, and things like that. Sean Cotton stumbled across him and said, damn, he got something. So Sean Cotton started doing the Vlad TV thing, making Charleston a recurring guest. Interviews started going viral, and that's what built the Charleston White character, was the Sean Cotton interviews. So they was low-key clicked up to the point where Sean Cotton was paying him $10,000 an interview because he was making so much money on the back end from the views. Now, Charleston comes on the scene, self-proclaimed snitch, a rapper K, F your dead homies, F your dead babies, saying the most vilest and wildest things and blaming it on the character. So that character got him to this ceiling. Now, boom, Adin Ross in the streamer world see him. Oh, we can make some money off him. He's the goofy unk with the funny accent who hate the rappers that we clowning anyways, and he got one eye. Let's bring him up here. Let's sex play him, treat him like a goofy, and give him a few dollars. So now he gets up here, bam, he sees another world. Oh, it's different up here. He's still going to Sean Cotton though, but now he's doing stand-up. So now he got a stand-up circuit. So what happens? Charlie Kirk gets assassinated. Charleston does Charleston, comes out, says F Charlie Kirk, this, that, and the third. The people that's booking the shows felt the type of way, shut his shows down, shut everything down. The money is a wrap. So now he's going, oh, damn, it's different up here. I'm trying to get these brand deals. I'm trying to be on tour, on TV and movies. I can't do what I did down there with the hip-hop world up here in this world because, you know, Adin probably lacing them or whoever he up there with. Hey, man, this is how I work up here. So now he comes back to Sean Cotton, tells him, I'm too big for you now. I'm too big for YouTube. I'm too big for the niggas that made me. I'm bigger than all of y'all. You 3 years, you doing the same thing. These titles is different. Look at Joe Rogan titles. Look at Joe Rogan thumbnails. Look how you do me. Problem is, this what made him famous. So he's mad at Sean Cotton and the platform for platforming him the way that he wanted to be presented. But now that is bigger money and bigger deals on the line, and they saying, we're not fucking with that. We'll fuck with you with this little stream bullshit, but the big money, we're not endorsing that. Now he is blaming the platform, and he wants to completely change his image. It's like bro always say, yeah, you could do some good, but when you do so much goofy, that overshadow the good that you're doing.
Nah, that's facts. And it's he's mad, blame the character. You said people love the character and the things that you got up there trying to get on goofy time and figured out real fast, this ain't what it is. And you're attracting a certain audience when you're on that type of time. Most people, when you reach certain heights and certain levels, they're not going to respect that. They're not. And if you're not useful to them, you need to stay down there with the dummies and everybody else. That's the low vibrational stuff. So when you're attracted to this person, if he's not dropping knowledge, if he's not giving y'all the game, and instead of even coming at him and being mad, you could have just been like, hey, laced him up and try to take a new direction. And this was a problem with our people in a sense because you quick to run off on what made you. Instead of lacing him and showing him, look, we can reach another level, and this is what they doing. Let me get all the game from them, and we can try to transition them to make your platform grow even more. So I don't think he's necessarily wrong, but it's like when you get new knowledge, we so quick to not share it and he rather basically want to shit on him. Like, nigga, I've been paying you. I put bread in your pocket. I've been looking out for you. You can outgrow this, but you ain't got to be trying to get into it with me over what got you here in the first place. Because if I didn't pick you up, you still be where you at.
You wouldn't even have been up there.
It's like he got too big for the chitlin circuit. Remember back in the day?
Bingo.
And so now you realize you trying to go on Main Street, and now on Main Street, they not messing with you. So now you kind of low-key forced to come back to the chitlin circle. Now it's to the point now, chitlin circle ain't going to even pay you no more. So now you in a situation where you are in purgatory and you're sitting there stuck like a truck. You ain't got nowhere to go now. Ain't nobody fucking with this goofy ass nigga, bro.
And it's crazy because Sean Cotton has effectively replaced him with Oshino. He became an overnight internet sensation. I don't know if you know Oshino from Philly. He was signed to Rockefeller, Beanie Siegel, and all them, State Prop. He was around that time rapping with Jay-Z. And he's one of them older niggas that's unfiltered, just say whatever come to his mind.
He been talking about.
He got stories for days.
He got stories for days. So he's like a street solid Charleston. So him and Charleston actually been going back and forth because Charleston said something about, I believe, his deceased son and Gilly's deceased son. So he was just talking about, how he don't really take the internet stuff personal. It's a lot of people he can forgive, but Charleston ain't one of them because he spoke on the dead. So he was like, F that guy. So now Sean Cotton has been using Oshino to step on Charleston. So now Charleston goes back. He got a problem with that too. But he was saying, bro, I did the same thing for you. I let you come up here and talk about any and everybody, and I interviewed them too. And when it was good for you and it was working for you, and these titles and these thumbnails helped you become who you were, you didn't have a problem with it. But now you want to switch up and go Hollywood and mainstream. All of a sudden you blaming the platform and not you? Nigga, you said what I put in the title. That came out of your mouth.
Right.
He's the type of person.
about?
He's just the type of person though. It seemed like he just take, and when you finally don't got nothing more to give, then now he's mad because he can't take anymore. I think he has a big void. I think it's actually because he can't do the content he truly wants to do. I think if you look at him in those courthouses and the things that he was doing before that, that was what he felt was his true mission, being a community leader, reaching out, etc. That was his thing. When it didn't get the praise and recognition that he wanted it to, it kind of was like the I'm going to show you all kind of thing, the nerd, and not even a nerdy thing, but just so hell bent on proving I'm going to make it anyway, that you go do the opposite thing, completely opposite thing of what you're doing. And now you're in that and you've reached a point where it's not going to work. And he probably wishes he could go back and do what he did because it's a more noble route. That's really how I feel.
Nah,
when I look at it. I think it's regret.
He do,
I
but
do.
no, he's at a point now where he's learning nature has ran its course on this character that you presented yourself to be. So now you come back and
He
now
going from
you're
mankind to Cactus Jack, Cactus Jack to
Nah, but you got so much knowledge and game of where you learn to get to the next step of that ladder or through that next door, and they're closing the door on you. And now you trying to come back and you're mad about them. You trying to treat this like we a friendship now.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a friendship when you was telling me I was getting too big for you and X, Y, and Z, and I got to get up out of here. But now you come back and you're mad because people talking crazy about you, but you the main person that put this out there about anybody. He should be the last person to ever feel a way about somebody talking about him. But I feel like that was a manipulation tactic to get him, like, now you're tainting my image, you're starting to allow people, and he knows what that does. The same thing it did for you is going to start being used against you. And that's the energy you put out. It's just coming back.
No, for sure. Charleston, to me, all you got to do is check his track record. He came in with Dewberry, fell out with Dewberry. He was doing content with Anton Daniels. Anton Daniels gave him a lot of game, was flying him out courtside, paying him this, that, and the third. Fall out with Anton. He hooks up with the Danza Project. They going viral, this, that, and the third. Fall out with Danza. So he has this track record of,
Woody.
like Kali said, using niggas until he can't use you up no more, and then he blames you. Woody, he's working with Woody, and Woody, he a gangster snitch and this and that. And then as soon as they fall out, oh fuck Woody, he a rat, he a do.
He
So
like the
it's-
nigga that everybody is the problem and besides him. Like,
Right.
it's like,
Accountability.
damn, yeah,
That's
like,
facts.
come on,
That's
bro.
facts. And he mad at himself because he feels like he's smarter than what he is. And
Exactly.
he didn't peep that these things will start to transpire or occur. People get in a position where now you making a little money, you making a little chili, you think this will last forever. And this is the perfect example. Just the same thing we seen that Dave East thing where I say people burn their bridges and then they want you to send a boat back to sell them back to you. And then it gets over with. That ship is sunk.
Yeah, Charleston is prime example of cutting off your nose to spite your face. So he thought this character was going to separate from the intelligence. Bro, when they click on your name on the internet, it's very little intelligence, and then they seeing all this bullshit over here. So as soon as they like, oh, damn, this guy's smart. Hold on, what the he talking about? Fuck this dead
put
baby.
that, yeah.
We can't put no money behind that. And he learned new information that he didn't have up there, and now he's regretting what he did down there. It's like a chick who in her 20s, she doing corn all through her 20s. Now she get 35, she washed up, used up. They not hiring
Now
her
she
no
ready to
more.
cook clean.
Now she ready to cook clean, get wife. She want to get baptized. Can you
Nigga
delete
hit-
all my videos?
And nigga hit that Google like, damn.
Hit
okay,
that Google search. It's over with. That's what's going on
She
with him,
had the
bro.
whole gang bang.
And I feel like it's a testament too to probably how he treated people while he was up. Like all he did, you rarely heard him say anything positive about anybody. Like literally,
and
never.
the fact you went after your own kind.
Yeah,
Niggas
that's
is not
crazy.
having no remorse or grace, but you still gonna have the shuck and jive type of niggas that still support and fuck with him. But
that's not gonna
he's
lie,
slowly expiring himself. Like, because how much spiraling out can you do? It's 2026. People getting fed up with all of
You've
this.
seen it all.
with all
Yeah.
this-
Yeah.
And on top of that, too,
Yeah.
let's just be real. People attention span is so short now. So if he's not coming out with the good content after a while, it's going go deeper and deeper and deeper. Ain't nobody gonna be checking for him now.
But was
bro.
it ever good content?
Well,
Maybe
content as far as clickbait.
Yeah.
I think he's out of moves right now. I think
Yeah,
he's
that's
out of
what he is.
moves, and
He played his last hand.
I don't know what he's gonna do.
That's
You might have to go at Glasses Malone or something. He's
But
gonna have to do something
But
at this
he
point.
already,
Like,
already did that with saying Texas gangsters
He
is more
did.
tough.
Right.
He already
So
did
that's what I'm
that,
saying.
yeah.
Everything you saying, like he's
did.
maxed out right now. He's gonna have to do what remember Mankind did in wrestling. He went from Mankind to Dude Love to Cactus Jack. He's going to just switch his whole get down. He may have
Shout
to
out
do
Dude
reality.
Love.
He may have to do a reality show or something like that. Love and hip hop.
And you know what's crazy? He was talking as if when he goes up there with Adin and them, he's doing some philosophical,
Mhm.
some type of Moses, Malcolm S type
they
content.
called you in here to play the fiddle,
Bro,
nigga.
they, you,
Yeah,
come
that's
in
right.
here,
Yeah.
Come in here and play this fiddle
play
for
the
us,
fiddle. They act like they finna sit on your lap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They rub your head, take your hat off, sex play you. You're not up there dropping game or doing anything. Like you're up there to be the jester. They don't respect your mind, nigga.
He's the
That's-
drunk.
you
and
was
that's
just
the key
doing 20
point.
V1s. You acting like these
Man.
You thought you
Nigga.
was a YN.
Yeah,
nigga.
nigga. Everything you said you hated, you became. I hate these rap niggas. I hate jewelry. I hate designer.
Damn.
You got jewelry. You got designer. You running around like a rap nigga. Then he
Right.
was mad. Man, I came here with my side chick. You asked me about my wife. Nigga, you're all over the internet bragging about cheating. So when the nigga interview you about it, now you mad because you brought the young bitch with you?
Right.
He's crazy.
And he's the definition of
He's an
let the
idiot.
let the party die, and he's the definition of when he thought people was laughing with him and they was laughing at him.
Yeah.
So it's more of those one of those things, and nobody's gonna feel sorry for you. You said you rich, you got your bag, accept it and move forward. Because like you said, whatever intellect you did have, nobody wants you for that. Nobody's calling you to speak in an intellectual way. Nobody's respecting your mind on that level. We want you to dance and act the goofy, like Bobby Smurder on the table and the thing.
Like, you know what happened?
Yeah.
He went and did that interview with Pat David, Pat PBD, and
With the Diddy and all that. Yeah,
he
yeah.
wanted to get in that bag. So once he got up there, he go, oh shit, I like how this feel. Now I can use my intellectual mind. And like you said, that's what he really wants to be popping for in that circuit. He's trying to get to the Joe Rogans. Problem is, no, nigga, you the funny, goofy nigga with the accent in one eye. That's it, that's all. You're not getting there, bro.
Especially going on a PBD podcast where it's like super right wing. These niggas is ultra rich, right? Like he's an immigrant that came to America who has like a overt patriotism for America. If you've ever met any immigrants who come over here, some of them are extremely American, like they never existed before then. He's one of those. So even thinking you're gonna go up there with the type of track record you have and breaking them barriers, that's when you really gonna see too. Like these niggas look at you, like you said, like a jester. Them niggas is not. They want an exposed interview.
Yeah.
Come tell us about some Jaguar right shit or some Diddy
Right,
shit,
yeah, that's
and then
facts.
get the fuck out of here. We don't want to talk politics with you.
Yeah.
We don't want to talk
Know
real
your
estate.
place,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah,
And
like-
it's
Let me
cra-
get the
and
views
it's-
from your community and get the fuck
and
on.
what's crazy because he's actually he has a mind. He does understand certain things, but you chose to speed up. You chose to go the circus route, and this is the repercussions of that. When you want to do that and you say this is a character, they like, nigga, well, ain't no character we know playing acting like this. So nigga, you're never coming up here. So I think that's the biggest misconception of what he tries to separate, like how he tried to get at rappers. Oh, this is a character. This is a character. You're the biggest character, and now you play the character of a clown. That's all it is.
One
You might
thing,
put the red nose and the big red boots on.
now, a couple things he did say that I took privy to, and I'm like, damn, he got a good point. I can't deny that. One, switching up the content. You know, once you reach a certain level and you stagnant and you comfortable, yeah, it might be doing good. But hey, if you want to reach that next level, you do got to switch it up. So he made a point with that. And two, he made another point where I'm like, damn. He said, man, niggas is so stuck on being real that niggas is real broke. He said, once I came up here, everything is a play. Everything's scripted. All these motherfuckers is faking. They looking at the numbers. They looking at the analytics. And they looking for the next play that's going to do the next spike and the next amount of numbers. Why we down here beefing because we trying to keep it so real and ultra real that anytime we speak on anything, it's offending somebody somewhere. And that's why niggas down here keep getting unalive. He said, I guarantee you somebody else going to get chipped off social media just because of we try and keep it too real where this is entertainment. Once you turn the camera on, yeah, you could teach and all that, but nigga, at the same time, it's entertainment at the highest level. it's a whole production of entertainment. They handing you a script damn near here. This is what we doing today.
See,
I agree, but it's not that entertainment.
Right, because
Yeah,
but
to
even
me.
then it's a little different because if I see people like Mel Robbins or Joe Dispenza and they're doing 10 millions of views and things like that, they're not playing a role of goofies.
Yeah.
They actually out
Dropping
here.
gems.
Yeah, they dropping gems. They talking about real life stuff, things that you can actually learn from, incorporate in your life. I think that matters way more than
The
this level.
that authenticity is going to kick in at the end of the day. I feel like once you being real doesn't mean you keeping the street. Real just mean it resonate with the masses and your soul, what somebody's directly going through. So I think you just got to be able to give game and speak universal language to people that want help. I think more so we should change it from entertainment to more so self-help. You can help people get through certain type of problems. That's when you get the clicks. So if you're telling people about relationship advice, financial advice, self-help, fitness, things like that, people like that tends to click on that type of stuff because they want help. They want solutions. People want answers. And so what is YouTube? A how-to app. If you want to learn how to put anything together, what you do? Go to YouTube. You want to mount a TV? You go to YouTube. How to play a video game, beat a level, you go to YouTube. So it's how-to. So what you got to do with this app is give solution to people that don't have the answers to. If you got the gift of gab and you got the answers with facts to back behind it, bro, you are getting all the views. And that's why this is going to be successful because we have great experiences. We can speak it to them, let them know what we overcame. And the same person that's out here that's in the comment section is going to see that and be like, man, I had that same situation.
No, that's
and this is leading up to a question I want to ask all of y'all now because this is, to me, it's on point. It's like, are we in a day of age? Is social media superseding your self-worth? Because if he gets to a point where it's like, well, everybody running plays, and now I got to do what everybody else doing, and then we see people that'll jeopardize who they are as a person, that'll be willing to give up anything. People like the dude waking up his ass sore and things to get in this nature of what's going on or what you're supposed to be. People are going off of what they're supposed to be instead of just being who they feel like they should be.
Yeah, I
in my
agree.
opinion.
I think, like I said earlier in the show, reality and social media has been blurred, and it's because the new emergence of the character, right? You got the Adin Ross, you got the Charleston Whites, you got the Faux Extra, you got all these people, and then you got the IRL streamers, you got Kai and DDG, these niggas walking around and they're making money, and they've created a new workforce, really, right, to entertain people and keep people occupied. So, damn, I lost my train of thought.
I will say this: is people's chasing the money. It's when the money supersedes the passion. This is what you get. You get the sellout. You get the people willing to do anything. Like look at 2-1 Savage. He had that interview with I think they call him Unc. I don't even know his name, but he was talking about
the dude from the
Kendrick.
South,
Yeah,
right?
from the
Think,
South. He was like,
something
yeah,
like that.
I rap, but I'm really doing it for the money. Kendrick, he rap like he one of the niggas who care about what he doing.
that sounds
and
crazy.
that's reflective of the music, and that's a lot of these niggas. They're doing
Right.
things where they can get a quick bag. They don't have no passion for it, and that is reflective in what they do, what they're willing to do, the amount of work and effort that they put in, and the product that they push out.
So what about creating boundaries? What about people who would do anything when they're in a room with certain folks? So you go in a room with certain people who don't have boundaries or self-respect for themselves, but you get around them, they're doing whatever it takes for the money. Are you the odd one out now because you're not doing whatever it takes for the money? And that's what I'm saying. At what point, when you not like, at what point when you're not going to sell your soul, when you're not going to give in to the money, because the money don't always mean everything. Money is the root of all evil. So at some point you got to stop and be like, man, the money's going to be life-changing, but this right here, I can't do because this is going against my personal beliefs.
I personally believe that's something you develop in childhood, and it's a subconscious programming that you either have or you don't, and you're shaped a certain way, regardless of where you're from or where you live. Certain people are born, and we have a sensitivity to moral compass, more of a sensitivity to morality compared to other people, right? And that's just what it is. So I'm the type of person, and I feel like everybody else is up here, that type of person where you're going to think about the outcome or the trickle-down effect before you do something. And like we're talking about, niggas up here are about self-preservation and being themselves and being 100% authentic. So I couldn't see myself going against my inner being be over some bread or over an opportunity. I just couldn't live with myself selling myself out like that.
What is a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul at the expense? Because we understand that more and more when you see these people that get all the money, that get to a certain point, and then we wondering why they dealing with mental health. We wondering why they crashing out. We wondering why they not as happy, or even a lot of these kids that we seen grow up and then they be suicidal and a lot of things that they can't deal with because now you're not even yourself no more. You didn't gave up everything to gain that, but you lost the most important thing, like you said, what's going on inside of you.
And 50 talks, he actually has an interview, I forget who he's with, it's some basketball owner, where he talks about some people with less money live a higher quality life than people with more money because of the people you got around you, your energy, your routine, whatever it is. You might only make 100,000, but you live better and are happier than somebody that make 4 or 5 million a year because you have just made better life and spiritual decisions than they have. So it's more to it than just the money. And I think with anything, the money is like the enticer. You start, you feel me, get shaking and shit. Damn, I'm finna get $1 million. And I don't think people really think about what they're gonna have to do and what they might have to sacrifice once they sign their name on a dotted line. Shit, you can even compare it to a car. You walk into the dealership, okay, 24% interest, this will be $1,500 a month for 60 months. And you like, I can make that work.
But you realize that you be upside down at the
and then in 8 months, you like, shit, you trying to hide your car. Like,
you
niggas
stuck
is like,
now, though. You signed that contract.
So niggas is sick. So that's the type of shit I'm talking about. Like, niggas just see the money and just go blind and go crazy. It's like, it's not worth it.
Hey, Colin, you kind of said something. I had a question already, like, kind of written down, but you said about being a childhood and if it's going to be embedded in you. So I wanted to ask y'all this, though. What will have more of an impact? The family that you came from or the family that you're creating?
That's actually deep.
I know it is because you just said something. If it's either embedded in you as a child, like was it taught to you? So the family that you come from, will that have more of an impact or the family that you create?
I think the family that you come from is going to have more of an impact on you. But I think the more important part is the family that you create because that's literally the next generation. So, yeah, we could sit here and blame generational curses and, I didn't have my dad around, my mom, this, that, and the third. But living life, we're in the age of information where that's really, it's an excuse, but it's not. Because we have phones, we got laptops, we have unlimited information, ChatGPT, we got YouTube, we got self-help, we got everything that generations of the past didn't have that we can instantly just download and access and have the knowledge to, okay, well, I don't got to learn the hard way with that because I got 1 million videos right here telling me how to get through it, basically. So I think the family that you create is more important, but I think the family you come from is going to have more of an impact because I think from ages like 1 to 6 is the most impressionable you'll ever be in your life. That's where you sponge up the most subconscious programming that really sticks with you damn near your whole life.
I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to play devil's advocate and go to family you create. And the reason being is because I think when you create a family, and I have not yet, but I believe that when you're on the goal to create anything and any type of unity, you have to become a different person. You have to gain different values, morals, habits, right? Different methods about how you go about things, and you grow and become more mature and you get more insight. And I think when it's all said and done, the person you become on that journey to building that family or building that organization is going to be more impactful on you than your childhood because your childhood, you can have trauma and you have certain habits, but ultimately the goal is to grow out of those. So once you get the I feel like the goal that is going to help you grow out of that, which is the family, that's what becomes more impactful.
I would like to think a little bit that they go hand in hand. And I say they go hand in hand in a sense because your upbringing is one of the most important things. And a lot of things that you was taught, or like we say, that was embedded in you, mainly most people are going to teach that to their kids also. And you get a lot of people that be like, well, my parents taught me this, so that was the right way. They don't question that. But like bro said, you do have the information, but majority of people don't want to work to outgrow habits that they had for 25 years of their life. So they run with this for the rest of their life. That's why we see young fools turn to old fools, and we see the difference of people with parents with mothers and fathers, or people that can't get over their trauma and they put them trauma onto their kids. A lot of people that's out here abusive kids and love to fight, love to do certain things, most times you was abused by your parents. And then you treat your kids the same way. You know what I mean? Lack of discipline, lack of structure, a lot of those traits come from that. And if you don't understand how much of an impact that is having on you, you won't understand how much of an impact that's going to have on future generations.
Man, that's a great answer. I'm going to say this. I'm going to piggyback what both of y'all just said. What's more important is the family you create, but the family you come from has a bigger impact due to the fact that it's like in the Alchemist book. You can say you don't want to do this. I'm never going to be like this, but somehow, some way you circle back to the same place you were. Prime example, if you say, me, I'm going to speak from my life. I didn't have the most growing up. I may do what I could, right? But I've done where with my children at a time, I was kind of overspoiling. I was overcompensating the things I didn't have, that I took the drive from them that made them lazy, not want to do anything. And then I realized, like, damn, y'all ain't want to appreciate the only things I gave you. They're like, no, I just want to sit here and chill and not do nothing. And just kind of to the point where it's just like, well, all this I did for nothing. Y'all could have just sat here with nothing like I had and just start appreciating the things.
See the balance in it.
The balance of, damn, when I didn't have nothing, I wanted this stuff. Now that I gave them the stuff that I wanted, they don't even appreciate it. I wasted my money. They could have been happy with nothing.
I don't think you necessarily. I don't think you necessarily wasted it. I
thought they were going to appreciate it more than what they value.
But it goes back to what Kali was saying. Like the things that affected you, you wanted to make sure like y'all never have to feel those feelings or deal with the things that I dealt with. So I'm overcompensating when these kids be more basic on things than we were because we lacked it.
But
if you grow up in an environment where I've always had gifts, then it's not like the biggest deal. So if you've always gave your kids, you know what I mean, and they've had a better life than you, then 9 times out of 10, it's not gonna phase them as much as it phased you. Like when they get the Christmas gifts and shit, because like, well, you've been doing this shit since.
And then you
I was
also,
alive.
I was gonna say the triumph. I mean, the triumph thing about the family you create is because all the trauma that you dealt with, you can kind of just protect your children from the things you had to go through. So if you went through any type of abuse, physical, whatever it was, you can kind of prevent that and have a conversation with them instead of being physical. Or if they were a SA type of child, you can prevent who's around with the strange uncle, cousins, eliminate spending like sleepovers. It's a lot of things you can start preventing because you've seen negativity growing up that you can prevent coming in your household.
Yeah, how you were raised is going to impact the way you raise your kids. No doubt about it. That's why I said the family you come from, low key, has a bigger impact. We see parents that from the outside looking in are good parents, but they still fighting inner battles from their childhood. You got women that still got daddy issues, and then they start to push that off on their sons. Like their sons become their boyfriend because they got daddy issues from when they was a kid, right? So it's the same thing. Like even myself, we didn't grow up with no sentimental family. Like we grew up real, I don't want to say cold, but cold. So I consciously try to be more affectionate with my kids, but it's a weird feeling even doing that with the kids I created. And they came out my nuts. So to me, showing emotion gives me a weird feeling, like almost like an ick, because that was embedded in me growing up.
Yeah.
Like just even saying I love you, I ain't say that shit till I was in prison, till I was in the county jail. That's probably the first time I ever told my mom that in my life. And that was over 18 years of living. So me even hearing her say that to me, that might have been the first time that I consciously can register that. So that's just not.
No,
but a big thing about that is that we watched our mama do everything she did, so it was like a unspoken thing for the most part. We knew she loved us. It didn't have to be expressed every day, but then that does play a part in the way I've learned to express myself out of knowing those things and reflecting on myself. But I do understand that. But I think when it comes to the kids at this point, for a lot of us, and I don't have kids either, but me as an uncle, expressing myself to my nieces, my nephews, but also learning what they actually like. Because we expect them to like the things that we would have liked at that age. So it's like, nigga, you don't like games, nigga? You don't like this? You want to
you want to force them to like what you think they should like.
You know, I heard you just say, you said acts of service. And I actually read that book. I start to understand my love language. Words of affirmation wasn't in my household either. I didn't tell my mother I love her, but I knew she loved me because when she did acts of service, providing things like that. And so what I did in return, same thing, acts of service. Make sure the house was clean. Make sure I didn't have no company in there and watch. You know what I'm saying? It was little things that I was doing to show her I loved her without even physically hugging her, telling her I love her. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't, if anybody made her feel uncomfortable, I'll press anybody for moms or anything like that. It was different ways of showing love that I didn't know at the time that I was showing love. You know what I mean?
Because I damn near get offended, like with my girl, like, oh, I just want to hear you say I love me. It's like, bitch, you don't see all this shit I'm doing every motherfucking day, getting up, slaving, doing this, doing that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how don't you see it? Because I'm that type of person where I don't necessarily got to hear it. I can see what you're doing, and I know that
she could, but
feel that way.
That's
her love language.
She probably
I know.
want words of affirmation.
And those are key points, and that's why I believe a lot of relationships fail, because A lot of us try to love people the way that we think love
Mhm.
is, and you could do everything. Somebody might not care about acts of service. They might need the words of affirmation.
Or gift giving.
No, but what I'm saying, you're doing all the gift giving and everything else. They're like, nigga, you're not filling up my tank though,
Yeah.
because I don't hear from you. So I think you have to learn that. I think you have to incorporate them all, but I think those are like the primary ones you have to focus on more.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I think that's true. I think the acts of service thing, because even us growing up, we didn't even get. I'm sorry. They say some crazy shit or something. It's like niggas not even really sorry. They just,
You
"Hey, what
hungry?
You hungry?
Yeah,
What you
yeah,
want to
yeah.
eat?"
Yeah.
So you kind of grow up like
Hey, let's go get something.
Yeah.
You want some ice cream truck or something?
you
yeah.
grow up kind of like, you know, a little bit more emotionally reserved. You feel me? Where it's like, damn, and it's really crazy to how that goes. But I think things are changing, and also I think that it's a tough conversation to have about that situation. To be honest,
I remember
I love
even as a
because-
kid though, growing up, even amongst my homies, we never even said like I love you. We never like that. To show my homies I love them, you know what I used to do? Break bread. If I got something, you guys. Like if I had a bag of chips, first thing I'm doing, boom. Like I'm holding it out like this. Y'all want some, you know? And that's how I was
Niggas
like.
didn't
but
start
I think-
saying that till niggas start dying. Like once niggas
Boom,
start getting dead
hey,
homies, then niggas just be like, oh, I love you, cuz. Like,
Yeah,
you know
I think
what I'm
the
saying?
acts of
real talk.
service, too.
My first funeral I went to, one of my homies, I was 12 or 13 years old, and that's when that's when it really hit me. One of my homies, we was peers, and that's when it made me. I told my dead homie I love him,
Yeah.
and it was too late physically. He couldn't hear me. That's what made me change that part in my life as well. Going to my first funeral.
I think the acts of service too, you know, we get so stuck in the acts of service, and really that becomes like everyday life where like we understand the weight that we're carrying, but we're carrying that, not everybody else under us. So it's kind of like to them, they kind of just forget about it and phase it out, where that wordplay or that words of affirmation comes in, where it's like to them, that's just regular what you're doing. Not that people are taking advantage of it. I'm sure everybody in these situations like are grateful, but I think we just be on, you know, the hamster wheel doing what we normally do, where you do stop and be like, I love you, or I'm sorry. That means a lot, especially, you know, the kids when they coming up, because it's something that you don't hear. And I know for me, I wanted to hear I'm sorry sometimes, or I wanted to hear I love you, because I had other friends who had more of a loving relationship and more of, you know, the nuclear situation going on, where it's like you do want that. And so you kind of sitting back just waiting for it. And then your parents like, you see all this shit I do for you? You know, I get you shoes, put a roof over your head, clothes on your back. But it's like you still need that energy as well. You know what I mean? I think that's something that in our culture we've missed out on. And that's why now that us being parents is kind of harder for us to do it. Even though I think we're doing a great job. I think millennials are
We got
doing a
that
good
perfect
job.
balance. Yeah.
Millennials is the ultimate
they
generation.
doing
I
a
don't give
good
a fuck
job.
what nobody say. We
Yeah,
had it the hardest as far as parents go. Millennials got it the hardest, bro. We got to battle this internet. We got to battle AI now. We got to battle unseen battles our
That
parents
didn't
didn't
even
have to
exist.
battle. All they
Yep.
had to do was get in the house before the street lights come on. Don't get on the stripper pole. Don't get on drugs. Don't go to jail. We got to battle all type of shit. So I want to commend all the millennials out there. Shout out to y'all. We doing our damn thing. We done been through a
Black
couple.
fathers too. You already
Yeah,
know, man.
world wars, Y2K, motherfucking.
Man, we survived all that.
Anthrax,
Hey,
nigga.
Hey, the Dare
COVID.
program, they were showing us all the dope. Like, wait, hold on.
Yeah, we done survived every motherfucking thing. But I want to switch gears a little bit. There's a viral video with Dave East confronting a producer who, on Dave East's come up, he would ask his producer for beats. Producer told Dave East, you ain't got enough clout to get no beats. Now Dave East is who he is now. Got the podcast with Fab, you know, they got features with Nas. And now the producer's coming back, asking Dave East for a verse. Dave East like, nah, when I was on the come up, you wasn't fucking with me. So it ain't no beef, but I'm not fucking with you. So you gotta be careful on the motherfucker that you look down on when they on the come up, because when you on the way down, they the motherfuckers gonna be looking down on you.
Treat
Man, it's
everybody the
facts over
same.
it's
Even the
facts.
janitor, treat everybody the same, man.
Man, it's facts over
And-
feeling, bro. If he didn't have the juice at that time, bro, he just probably didn't have it. Now that he on the come up, bro, get out your feelings, Dave East, man. If you want to work with him, go ahead. If the beat is gonna be nice and compliment your rap style, work with him.
I disagree. I'm
That's
not
a that's a
I'm-
good
Facts over
point.
feelings. Get out,
It ain't-
get out your emotional
It ain't-
bag.
I'm
You
not-
was
I'm-
trash.
I'm
You wasn't
not-
ready.
I'm not facts over feelings. Definition of nigga, keep the same energy, nigga. You didn't believe in me then, don't believe in me now. And I'm cool with that. It ain't no hate. It wasn't no hate from him. It wasn't no love lost. He said, I know who you is and everything else. But nah, nigga, you could have helped me to step up these stairs a little faster. This is the definition of what we was just talking about, allowing people to be in the culture and certain things. And and not saying he was trash or nothing, but
I'm just saying,
I'm
he
not-
could have been.
No,
no.
but
What was I asking you for free beats? Was I trying to buy your beats? What was the
backstory?
whole thing? Because we talking facts over feelings. No, nigga, because how did everybody else get in the door? By somebody else giving them that opportunity or that open hand. Your favorite rapper was the same way at some point. The same way, I'm pretty sure Jay not dealing with a lot of them niggas that was closing the door on him. I'm sure 50 ain't dealing with a lot of niggas that was shutting the door on him.
50
So
probably own
That's
their
tough
business.
though
Yeah.
because it's like I get what you're saying. I don't think anybody can be mad at that. Hey, you didn't fuck me when I was down, so when I'm up, if you come back over here, don't even try it.
If
You feel me?
anything, get out. He should be getting out his feelings.
Yeah.
Don't trip.
But
you
at
blew
some
it.
point, though, we got to network again
But
because
that too,
now
like-
that you big and I'm big, you know what I'm saying? Why not make
Like-
No,
like in
you're,
this
on,
industry-
you're not as big no more. I'm bigger than you now.
Yeah, so and I
No,
get, and
nigga,
I get that.
you need me now.
Yeah, you
I
need me
need
now.
you.
I thought it was
No.
somebody like a
No, this is
Oh,
a
no,
local producer. So now that I'm up here and you're here,
Oh, charge him from the high then.
the roles reverse. You
No,
need
no.
me now. When I needed
charge
you,
him for the.
I
We'll
don't need
fuck
the
with
money.
price.
No,
no, he like, I don't even want the money because I really wanted that beat. And you
Yeah.
shut me down on my dream. You basically tried to deter me from getting here to where I am now. And now that I'm here, you want help?
I don't
Fuck you.
I
Keep
don't
your
disagree
beats.
with looking at it that way, but I see Short's point to it. Like, this is a business, and if in that moment in time I have the upper hand and I have to make decisions to keep my business going, and this might not be worth it because then I got to get studio time or whatever it is, and all these other factors that come into play. If it doesn't benefit me, then I mean, I'm not
Excuses
gonna
right now.
do it. I'm
Kill
not
what
gonna do
Congress,
it.
bro.
Okay. The same thing y'all are saying is the same thing Dave East is saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm
It's
saying.
not-
There's nothing
not-
wrong with it.
It's not benefiting me. I don't need you. I don't need your money. Don't need your beats. Beat it, punk.
Yeah, I completely
I'm
agree
not
with
big
that.
on burning bridges. Though. I mean, my thing is this, because that may be a bridge you may need to cut. I'm just saying, you don't necessarily
No,
need to
I
burn
don't
unnecessary
need
bridges.
you,
Nah.
nigga.
They don't need- I mean, you don't need them, but you again, if you
No.
don't need them, well, I don't know. I just feel like it don't even matter.
You tried to burn my bridge. Now I built my own.
Now
You
you
burnt
the-
your shit down. Now you want me to send the boat.
Now, this is why
Learn how to float, nigga.
This is why you don't treat people that way. And this is why you never know what somebody's going to become. You never know. What was that? It was that, what I forgot what Cuz said. I think it was on that Perfect 10 where he was like,
You don't know who naked to the. You don't know who
you
swimming naked to
never
the
who
tide come
swimming
in.
to the- exactly.
Yeah.
You don't know who. So don't just always negate that. Now you should have just kept the same energy. I'll just act like I ain't know the nigga. Yeah, it is what it is. You begging a nigga for
Coming back for a verse is crazy.
Yeah, that is
Knowing
crazy,
you denied
yeah.
me a beat is
Yeah.
nuts.
Yeah, you come in, you pleading your case. It ain't like you trying to. No, but you trying to explain
Nigga
yourself.
looking up at him and shit.
Yeah,
Like,
it's nah. He said, "Nigga, I know who you is. Nigga, I remember that had an impact on him. Nigga,
Right.
You probably put the
And again, that
fuel in his
motivated Dave East to be that monster. That's
no,
what I'm saying.
Dave, he's already trying to be that monster, but you
He
just
needed the
another
help,
person
yeah.
that I don't need to.
Michael
deal
Jordan
with.
wasn't great until he got rejected to his high school basketball team, had to grow a few inches, pause, and then he came back and
Wow.
be one of the best
I'm
basketball
not-
players ever. Rejection builds character.
So
It's
let
okay.
his character build.
I'm not
Let his
disagreeing.
character
I'm
build.
helping you build your character now,
Yeah.
nigga.
I'm not
Fuck out of here.
disagreeing.
You ain't getting the verse, nigga.
Yeah, I don't
That
think
could
it's
be help
anything
too.
wrong with Dave East doing what he's doing. Like, it's you can't be mad at that. You just can't. But
Can you?
I don't think you can be mad at Dave East.
Oh no, because I
no.
see where Short is coming from. But let's say
You can't
right
be mad.
now, you hollering at a local rapper. They got local buzz in LA. You like, hey
And
bro,
they
we
wanna
got this
come on a- yeah.
podcast. Hey, could we get an interview? And the nigga treat you like a goofy, like you a spinoff, like a little ass. Nigga ain't coming on that bullshit. Boom, you Breakfast Club now. Hey bro, you think I get an interview?
Bring it up on the content. Yeah, bring them on. We gonna bring them on. Hey, homie, remember that time you shitted on me at the podcast? We got to talk about that because now you doing bad.
Negative.
No, that's how
That
you
don't
flip
even
it.
sound savvy.
Hey, bro, no,
That
I'm doing
don't
it.
even sound savvy. Nigga. You remember
Hey,
time you shitted on me?
you get no looks, nigga.
No,
Bro,
nothing,
you
nigga.
just breaking content, bro. This,
Hey,
Now
what
they
can
clowning,
I
now
say?
they clowning you. Now they
Can
clowning
we
you.
just
That
not
shit
talk
didn't go
about-
like he thought it was.
Colin,
You
can
let
we
that
not
nigga
just
shit
talk-
on you and come sit
Colin,
on your
Then
platform?
we just not talking about content. It's a different space now. We can't operate in the same realm, bro. This is not the
Bruh.
streets.
I don't
It's
know if I
content.
would bring somebody up though. I that's why I'm like I can't be mad at Dave East because
It's small fries
if
to a
I
Big
try
Mac.
to
I'm not
fuck
even
with
tripping.
you or and you don't fuck with me and you do it disrespectfully. It's like when I'm up, it's curtains.
What
for
Cam saying paid in full? No chopsticks, no rice, no
no
champagne,
fucking-
Over
no
with, yeah.
nothing. No nothing.
And then guess what? Cameron snitched, bro.
No,
Cameron
nothing, B.
snitched. At the end of the day, Cameron snitched. Ace Boogie was out chilling and was living free.
Yeah, all
Because he
the
pulled up Ace Boogie snitch ass. I mean, he pulled up Cameron.
Ace
snitching
Boogie
ass.
set him up.
Because he knew what type of he was dealing. He wanted to get out the
You
game.
picking up Ace Boogie. Ace Boogie set the nigga up.
Hey, what they know who to go talk to when we blow up. They going straight out the show. Yeah.
Hey, you get nothing, B. I'm letting you know right now.
Nigga, you not fucking with all of it in the lobby.
I'm gonna do a
Nothing.
screenshot.
Over with.
I'm a screenshot. I'm like, hey, y'all remember him?
Nah,
Hell no.
Ain't no remember nothing.
Everybody who gave us them Hollywood knows. Oh yeah. Yeah, all right. Just remember that.
Nah, that's fair. You get nothing. You
Keep
get
that same
nothing,
energy.
nigga.
Man. That shit is over with.
That's
Get
that's
your friendly fade in the back. I ain't worried about it.
It's not that serious. I'm not taking it personal. It's
I'm
cool.
not. But if you got,
what you need a friendly fade for now?
no, I'm saying if he want to get that, no, I'm
I
talking
don't
about
understand.
If
I
they-
don't
if they
even-
that
Malcolm
bad-
with a squad.
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm saying I'm with all. Listen, I'm with all that. If you got an issue, however you want to handle it, bro, we can get down. We get on the
It's not-
business
it's-
tip, bro.
You're
there
not
is
even
Work.
getting that no more, nigga. You
Yes,
can't
nigga, you
fade
can't
me,
get
nigga.
nothing.
Fuck
Security,
you get
security, get this
nothing.
nigga out of here.
Yeah, this fucking peasant, nigga.
Yeah, the fuck
get
is
a
you
fade,
doing?
nigga?
You look,
It's-
I even
it's-
gave you a conversation. I only
Even-
gave
even
I only gave
going
you this,
up there
I
is
only gave
crazy.
you this conversation because I had to remind you.
Not at
this
all.
is just as like
Nigga, on the drive there, you know he thought about how he denied Dave East 20 years ago. He like,
facts. I
I'm
remember.
gonna just try it
Damn,
anyway.
I
Like,
can't
that's
believe.
crazy.
remember.
I can't believe it.
That's
yeah.
a Hail Mary.
It's no different when.
That's all I'm saying.
Hey,
Hail
it's-
Mary
it's-
works sometimes.
It's no. It's
That
no.
fluty ass nigga.
Hey, and that's
No.
why we know Doug.
So let me talk short language because this is no different from the situation when Michael B. Jordan was on that red carpet.
Corny shit. Yeah. That's
and,
a fact.
and that broad tried to holler at him.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember you. You the same one that was shitting on me, the corny nigga. Yeah, all that. Yeah, stun on you. Yeah. Now I'm up. You want to be all in my face.
Yeah, bitch, fuck up out of
get the
here.
And
kick
he
rocks.
still acknowledged her, and guess what? He let her know, like,
No.
look, he still. I'm saying he shit
He
on.
had to remind her, but bitch, you have zero
And that situation
chance.
is
Yeah.
different because he couldn't choose who he got interviewed by.
He
She was
couldn't,
just there on the red carpet.
But what he do? He still let her know. He kept it cool. He kept it play. At the end
He
of the day,
did what
still kept
Dave
the play.
East did.
He
He
did.
said-
Man, hey, yeah, no.
He did what Dave
He
East
low
did.
key did what Dave East did.
And
like,
He shit it
I
on him.
remember you. I'm not fucking with you. Get up out of here.
And it
Yeah,
went viral. I
basically.
don't know what she did after. Clearly, she didn't do nothing with the fame after that. But I mean, she went viral. I mean, she did her job.
Long story short,
Bitch got doxxed probably to keep it 100.
it's
Fucking around.
Cut probably put the word in, man. Get rid of that. Don't ever have her on this
She
red
was
carpet
on
with
the
me.
red-
Yeah, that
she
shit
was on the
over
red
with.
carpet for
It's
Sinners.
over
Hey,
with.
Sinners
That
came
shit
out, she
over
was
with.
nowhere to be found.
Listen,
Sinners.
man, all you local celebrities, you are not as big as you think you are. You're not global. Chill the fuck out, because it do be a lot of these promoters, a lot of these local motherfuckers running around like they Jay-Z. Like, bro, you gonna need a lot of these people that you shitting on eventually, because like y'all said, y'all never know who these people gonna be turn out to be. You shitting on this person now, next thing you know, they the motherfucking head A&R at the label you trying to get signed to. And you was just shitting on them at the club because you had a popping song locally. Y'all niggas better chill out. Don't be this producer.
Be
nigga.
humble.
Yeah. And locally,
Yeah.
and again, I think that's true because definitely in places like New York, LA, Chicago, probably I think we have a good local ecosystem where you can feel
Yeah.
like you on top of the world and you've made it. Just being known in your city. So we do gotta kind of get out of that thinking and try to treat people, I think, equal. Like again, like you said earlier, every single person who was in that position, somebody had to give them a look or an opportunity. So if you're not doing that, and in 20 years, however long later, you trying to come back, yeah, beat it.
Nah, that's the phrase of 2026. I'm hitting bitches, niggas. Nah, remember that. Keep that same energy.
Man, that's crazy though. So, hey, I had another question. Do y'all feel like now podcasting is so big? Are podcasting more equivalent to, like, how can I say?
Rappers was.
No. Our podcasts are like the new preachers. Because everybody go to pod to get, for different reasons. They go get game from people. You know, you got the relationship advice, you got the life advice, you got everything else. It's like, are more people spending more time getting game from us than they are maybe the churches and things like that in that nature?
I think we the new rap game.
Facts.
Keep it 100. I think
Yes.
podcasting is the new rap game. Like we got a whole bunch of different
Genres.
characters. We got genres. We got beefs. We got celebrities doing this shit. We got all types of shit going on where it's like this is the new
It thing to
it
be.
thing.
Yeah.
And you're gaining. I mean, with music, and with rap music, like you have the different genres. But with this, you can go sit down and it's so many different genres you could go, and they dropping game in depth on each single genre. So I think we the new rap game.
It's definitely the new rap game for sure. It's the new everything. You the new relationship coach. You the new therapist. You the new pastor. You the new fitness coach. You the new rapper.
Fox
Travel
News, yeah.
vlog.
You know what I'm saying? You the new travel vlogger. You the new everything all packaged in one. And that's the beauty of it is no limit. The limit is whatever your mind can travel to. The limit that your mind can travel to, that's the limit. But you look at Speed. This motherfucker is in Africa. He's here, he there, he racing niggas here, boxing it. Like, it's no limit to what you can do. You're not just stuck to the studio.
Yeah.
It's like more so how big you build yourself.
Yeah.
What you can become. So,
Exactly.
yeah.
And what's different than a rapper, nigga, ain't really no writer's block. Is something always happening in the world that you could talk about. All you got to do is come to your studio, turn your camera on. Ain't no, hey, I got to send this album to the label and get this clearance and proof. Nope. Boom. Get the content, edit it up, feed it straight to the people. Live, too. And you can go live and talk to the folks.
And there's something about it that feels relatable to every single person who's digesting it across the screen, because every single person is having these kinds of conversations amongst their friends, their families, right? Co-workers. Everybody to a certain degree is doing this. There's just a select few, even though it feels like it's saturated, it's just a select few that actually get on camera and risk themselves for
And
this
you
shit.
know what I want to say too? You know how the fans, we want certain type of music and maybe your favorite artist won't do. We will actually listen to some of the comments, what they say, hey, what's your opinion on this, this, and that? If we ain't talked about it, that'll give us information to give them what they want. So we kind of give the people what they want as well. You know what I'm saying? We're not just self-soothing what we're doing. We're just talking about what we want to talk about. We're actually taking opinions and reading what they're saying and giving back to them as well.
Like, we're getting more in-depth stories and just we're learning people that we looked up to for years. These niggas getting on podcasts and talking, and retired NBA hoopers and NFL players and things that we grew up never really hearing give an opinion. Now we're hearing them give an opinion, plus just regular everyday people who are becoming superstars off of their tongue. That pause, but that's crazy, right?
That was crazy. Hey, look, that was crazy. I got a question, right? Before we get to the Venezuela stuff, if we get to the Venezuela stuff tonight, so I was looking at this VwP&x album, and I'm looking at the features, and something bad has happened with almost everybody that was featured on the album. Was VwP&x a cursed album as far as the features go? Because now somebody just got booked for a hot one that was on the VwP&x album, a dude from Hoover. You had Lefty Gunplay, all the stuff that he went through, the car accident, jail. We see him twacked out on the side of the road. All type of shit happened with him. You had Doty methed out online, going crazy, even dissing Kendrick, and just about every feature on that album.
Wally the
happened
Sensei, Roddy Rich, they're nowhere to be found.
Yeah,
I thought Roddy was working on the album.
Was that cursed?
Yeah,
Was VwP&x features cursed?
VwP&x features wasn't cursed. Niggas was living a lifestyle that just caught up to him. Point blank, period. Kendrick seen niggas coming out and living a certain way and try to pull niggas and shine some light on them so they maybe can have that hope or enough belief in yourself to maybe transition from these things. But it's no way. It's a train that's running into a dead end. We all know this. The street life, you only end in two ways. You're getting smoked or you're going to jail for life if you're living it to the fullest, and that's just what happens. Everybody that's in this game or coming from these streets, it's going to catch up. You can't play both. That's why they tell you got to close one door for the other door to really stay wide open. I don't see it as a curse. Everybody just happened to be really maybe thugging or doing what they chose to do what they like.
SZA was on tour with Kendrick, so no, that debunks that. Jay Hitter was just SZA. SZA
He's
was
talking
on
about
tour.
the rest of the people that's on the album.
Oh, okay. Oh, because
Yeah,
she was okay.
just
Yeah,
She's on the album.
but she's
Nigga wasn't even done talking short, just got this
no,
going
she's,
off the
no,
wall.
she's
SZA was on
amazing.
tour. That debunks
I
that.
wasn't even counting her because she's just so
She
big.
already been
She's
big.
mainstream. I'm more so
He
like the
mean
up
like
and
the
coming
people that
niggas.
wasn't
But
on yet.
you just said everybody that
You're
was
right.
featured. No, you can't. Now you can't say.
No, you're right.
You can't
No,
say.
no, you're right.
You're right,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
understood what
They
he
But
caught
meant.
what I was.
Yeah.
What I
Yeah,
mean.
I mean, but Wally
It kind of went over your head a
No, it
little
never
bit.
did. But I'm about to say, but Wally the Sensei, he still. I mean, he may not be as big, but I mean, he still had music. You know what I'm saying? He still had music kind of coming out.
No, he
Did
was-
it slow down? Probably so, but again, ain't nothing bad that has happened to him. Again, Roddy Ricch, I thought Roddy Ricch was working on a project.
It
That's
got
what
taken off the album. I don't know. He keeps saying he gonna drop it. and
Yeah,
keep going
so
away.
maybe I don't know about that, but no, I don't think it was cursed. I mean, like you just said, it could have been some bad shit that happened to certain ones, but I doubt it. And I'm looking at it.
Your dude
Shit,
name
the
is-
Spanish chick, the one who did the little.
Yeah, she's still doing the Dodger
She's still
Jones.
doing her thing.
We talking about the street niggas, the young street
Oh,
niggas
yeah.
that he put on.
Nigga
Not
talking
every
about-
single feature, nigga.
Nigga talking
But how you
about
say
Bondi
that?
corridos and
Curse.
shit. Yeah.
Cursing
Hey,
out, bro.
nigga talking about
That-
mariachi
Right.
band singers and
It
shit.
don't matter. They all
Come on,
features
nigga.
though, bro. All right.
How did both of them catch it, nigga?
You picking and choosing.
I don't think the album's a curse. I think it was really the biggest blessing for all those artists, you know, in disguise, and just it was just given to them. And unfortunately, they didn't capitalize on it. That's just the truth of the matter. Like whether, like you're saying, you know, they was into the shit they was into prior to it, and it was a train heading to where it was heading, or you saw you could have changed and you didn't. But I think once you get in the realm of Kendrick Lamar, you feel me? You're able to make a song where you got bro in the studio. Anything after that, if you're really serious about your craft, you just got a cosign from the biggest artist on the West, shit in the world, just did a $330 million tour. If that don't make you change your mind and start directing your energy towards what you're really trying to do, then you can't be saved. And I think that is unfortunately the majority of the people on the album. And I think that's a lot of LA artists and just West Coast artists in general. Niggas get certain looks and certain opportunities, and they just fuck it off for the bullshit.
And I think these are clear indications the difference between the MCs and the rappers, because like bro was talking about earlier about the 21 Savages and those type of people that don't have a real passion for it. If you have a passion for it, you feel like this was the next stepping stone when you get on a album with Kendrick Lamar. This is going to make you go harder on your craft and get better, because to know you might want to try to get more features, or you might want to just be able to put out more quality music. People catch a buzz locally, like bro said, and you get to a point where your ego runs wild because you think you're bigger, or you get the little notoriety in your city and it's not reaching people. Or you might come to a realization that my music just don't hit like I wanted to. And then so now I got to get it out the mud. The money ain't coming fast enough, and you don't really have that self-belief. And people have to be willing to put those 10,000 hours in constantly to really understand, to reap the benefits. And it's not always about just good music, because we heard trash rappers that didn't make it, and we heard good rappers that didn't make it. So I think it's the universal laws and those things that people are not tapped into to understand all that work you putting in will eventually come back full circle.
We just need better music and better promotion. Like Compton AV has a smash hit right now with Snoop Dogg. That's actually a banger. The Yaya that he shot at the Snoop compound, and I don't see it anywhere. I know they saying they playing it. The kids
is doing
playing
a
it.
TikTok for sure.
What I'm saying is promo online. Like it's a smash single. I should be seeing that all over the algorithm.
But don't you think, because Micah shows a BET, remember 106 in Park, and that kind of helped with it as well. We don't have that anymore. Everything we listen to is through Spotify, Apple Music, or YouTube. So it's not like we get to enjoy it as a collective anymore. We're enjoying it individually, because again, we don't have those shows like that anymore to promote good music. So we're all enjoying it in our own way. We don't get to enjoy it like you said, 106 in Park used to have a whole countdown. So we used to be like, what's going to be the #1 song this week?
Damn, so that shows the power of a show like a Rap City.
Remember
Basement.
Access Granted?
Of an Access Granted,
All that,
of
yeah.
a 106 in Park. That right there put the culture in a certain spotlight, like you said, where we all together
Enjoy
as a
it
culture
collectively.
kind of brought us together, whereas the internet, it brought us together, but it put us more far apart as well. But like you said, you just get on Apple, all right, I might see a new song by accident because I saw it in a TikTok. I'm like, what song is that? But they not really putting it in your face to where you can find it. Like Boosie, he got a song out right now that's a banger.
Yeah.
I ain't seen no promo of that.
If you're not a media darling or a label darling, we're not gonna find your music. Point blank, period. That's the way these streaming apps are set up, to where if you getting on Rap Caviar, which remember that was the big Spotify playlist, you could just click Rap Caviar and all the hot rap or whatever the hot rap is that they paid to put on there, that's where it's gonna be. When you go to the browse section in Apple, whatever is pay to play, that's what's gonna be there. If you don't have that label backing and the money behind you, niggas can't find your music. So you gotta go out the trunk in a new digital way, however that is. Y'all figure it out.
And music is so saturated now to the point where, like, it was levels to it. I should say it's still levels as far as the old school. Not even gonna say old school rappers, but the rappers that we know that reached a certain level. But when we knew underground rappers, we knew mainstream rappers. Now it's like everybody is acting like mainstream rappers, and music is just getting pushed out and flooded to where you got your spark of a moment. And if you're not constantly dropping hits, this is why you need to take your craft more serious, and the music needs to be more timeless. We had way more timeless music when we was coming up. The music now is really
Microwave,
yeah,
right.
exactly.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, it's the stream though. It's the way they make the money with the streams, and you got to get the song out to get on TikToks, and you got to it's like everything is sped up so that affect the art form. Because really, they need to slow the down and really think about what they're making. I don't hear nobody making storytelling songs no more at all. So shout out to Styles P, because he had an interview where he was talking about MCs and rappers. And if you need a ghostwriter, you're not an MC, because we'd have had that convo up here plenty of times.
Yeah.
How can you be the top MC or the top
You got a ghostwriter.
hip hop artist all time? You got a fucking ghostwriter. So
you automatically exempt.
so
Yeah.
some of these lists, a lot of your favorites is gonna be down notches, and a lot of people that you might not be privy to or haven't heard of or not
Will be-
popular
should be up.
is gonna be boosted up in that top 5, because a lot of these niggas ain't rapping their songs. And I heard somebody say, y'all think that Kendrick just destroyed Drake, but a lot of the ghostwriters don't want to work with Drake after he got destroyed in the battle and after a lot of the PDF file stuff came out. So the music that you're hearing Drake put out
It's his
is
own.
shit that's his own, and he never had the talent to really do that. So all his hits, nigga, that was us. And now that we not there no more, you're getting Drake
Machine is
for
gone.
real. You know what I'm saying? And the shit's not hitting the same because it never was him in the first place. I'm like, damn, that's crazy if true. Without them ghostwriters, ain't no hits. And Cassidy, shout out to Cassidy. I've never heard the ghostwriter camp thing breaking down to a science the way he broke it down. Long story short, there was a ghostwriter in the studio, and he said he was writing for Big Sean, writing for a couple other rappers, and he was saying how he doesn't get any compensation. And Cassidy was telling him, bro, this is how they fucking y'all over. They get 30 of y'all, they get the beat, and they get 30 of y'all to do a verse on the beat, and then the artist comes in and he takes a verse, a line or two from each of y'all, and all of y'all got a different style. So you might say the bar this way, he with a little hook and song singing to it, and he go, okay, I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna take that, and then boom, I got the hook. Okay, now y'all other 4, I'm gonna take that, boom, and the hook, and then you can't go to your lawyer and say, hey, that's my 2 lines.
Right.
They're like, nigga, that's a coincidence. Nigga, what the fuck you mean 2 lines?
And that's a crazy thing to have to make some music with 10 different people in the room giving you bars. That's even more wild in itself. I just think music, when we was coming up too, it was more of an experience. You know, we got the CDs, you got the paper book that come to it. The first certain amount of people, you felt special because you got the DVD. Did you get the DVD in your CD?
Yeah.
A lot of niggas didn't get it. You got to see exclusiveness.
Yep.
I think that's where rappers go wrong too, because their exclusiveness, they're just giving it on the internet, and then sometimes it getting to a point where it's backfiring because now you're looking like a goofy. You was able to paint them pictures and create them DVDs or those things that nobody else got to get unless they had to go purchase your music.
I remember that because I remember if you go to Best Buy, you can get the exclusive album, and then if you go to Target, it didn't come with the DVD. It was like stuff like that.
I just
You had to
remember it was
know
like the
Sam's-
first. They
Sam
might,
Goody,
Sam
yeah,
Goody,
the warehouse.
Sam Goody, the warehouse, but it might be the first 10,000 people in California. You might get it in certain states.
You had to be
where
there as soon as it opened.
line
up to
had
get
to
it.
be,
There was only
yeah,
100
yeah.
copies with the DVD.
Exactly. So I think those are big key points that's missing. And you see people like Nipsey tried to transition because he made you can get his music early. If you go down to the Marathon store, you scan it, and now you get the new updates before everybody else get them. So I think that's why more that Proud to Pay movement was hitting for him a lot, because he brought that experience with it. So I just think a lot of people, it's a lot of ways you can go about it. Nobody want to put money into themselves. The marketing scheme is not the same.
Ain't no money to put.
Yeah.
These niggas broke.
Yeah, I know.
That's why they going with the streamers. They trying to get
Right.
some money. Do y'all think Meek Mill low-key ruined rap?
Meek never ruined rap.
Listen. Before Meek exposed that Drake had ghostwriters, we never actually paid attention to who had ghostwriters. Then the whole industry started telling us about all our favorite rappers who had ghostwriters. And some of our favorite songs weren't even written by our favorite rappers. Because I think about when we went to buy the CD, they always showed you who wrote the songs in the song credits. We just never paid attention. We like song credits. Man, what the fuck
That-
ever.
that nigga
It was
showed-
like 50 niggas on the song.
That nigga showed
Right.
y'all the Matrix. That's what he really did.
So yeah, he pulled the curtain back.
Yeah,
Now
that's-
we like, hold
that's
on.
what he
But
did.
Meek isn't the only one. I think even a lot of people I've seen resurfacing a lot of videos of people that wrote hits, like for R&B artists, rap artists. It's a lot of people that been had videos, but I just think people never paid attention to that. I think maybe in that certain era, that certain time, Meek exposed it. But Meek couldn't ruin rap. He's a real rapper, in my opinion. More so, I would put him even in MC category. Far as I know right now, like Meek was one of them ones that I love to still go in the studio and just be freestyling over beats.
He was
I
outside
still listen.
in Philly with the Braves.
Yeah,
like, he
no,
was
but what I
going
mean
crazy.
I
It's
mean
like-
him exposing the information.
I know what you're saying.
Not him
I'm-
himself as an artist.
But I know, but it's not his fault for speaking the truth.
I think
it's
Ghost-
like nigga, the same way you just said you praise
What other
Cassidy.
ammo did he
the
have?
same
I
way,
mean-
the same way you, huh?
What other ammo did he like? If you go
I'm
back,
not.
he
That's
didn't
not.
have no
That's
other
not.
ammo.
But that's not what
yeah.
I'm getting at though. But you can't praise Cassidy for breaking down the ghostwriters and then diss Meek for exposing that as ghostwriters.
no, I'm saying we know now,
Yeah.
but it's almost like you a kid believing in Santa and your parents like, motherfucker, Santa don't exist.
But not even that though, bro. Even ghostwriting was around even in the early 90s that one of the greatest albums was ghostwritten, The Chronic. We all know Snoop and Corrupt and all them did that album. And again, Dr. Dre was the face of it. What's up?
I never
even
I never
forgot
thought
even,
Dre, yeah.
even
You
forgot
never
about.
looked at Dre like a rapper, right?
Yeah, I
Wait,
never
wait,
looked
hold
at.
on,
Nah,
hold on.
you're right. Yeah,
But
I
I'm
You
did.
never looked at Dre like a
But
rapper.
even forgot about Dre. Eminem wrote the whole song.
And then even on an, was it next episode where they say Jay-Z did Dre part, if I'm not mistaken.
He wrote. They said he wrote that whole
Yeah,
thing.
he did that whole thing.
They said he wrote for Snoop on that too.
Eminem wrote what? The Watcher? Is that what it is?
You
Or
talking about
that's-
that one?
Yeah, is that,
Dun,
things
dun,
just ain't the
I'm
same.
not-
I'm still
gangsters.
DRE. They said
Oh,
Jay-Z
I'm
wrote
sorry.
that whole
Yeah.
thing.
That's what it's still DRE. That's what Dre did. I mean, Jay-Z did. But it don't even matter because again, the music was lit. We never expected. Dre was never saying he was the best rapper in the game. We all knew him as a great producer. So I think when rappers or MCs are claiming to be the best, you can't have a ghostwriter. Now, if you're just a rapper, we don't care if you have a ghostwriter because you're not saying you're the best. I think when you get into the competitive part of rap, you can't have an MC. But when you're saying you're the best, I do this, and that. When you have a ghostwriter, that's when we kind of like, nah, bro, you need to sit down.
I agree, but imagine somebody like Jadakiss and it come out, Jadakiss had a ghostwriter. Your favorite Jadakiss freestyle, somebody wrote that. Like, you gonna be crushed. Like, what the fuck? That wasn't Kiss? Or
Right.
imagine Fab, nigga, yeah, such and such wrote the Soul Tape. That
Banks
wasn't
having,
Fab.
yeah, Banks
You would be
having,
like,
yeah.
what the fuck? Like,
But again,
that
it has
is
to be
like-
the lyricists. It has to be the MCs. though. I think rappers can get away with having a ghostwriter, but not the MCs.
Nah, we agree to that, but now it's to the point where we have to reevaluate these top rappers.
Right.
That's just the whole point that we getting at. It's
Which
like,
top rappers as of right now?
Top rapper, though, that's a ghostwriter.
what I'm saying,
We're not really putting like,
all these rappers
Drake
that
is
you think was the best rappers, you have to reevaluate that now because I can't look at you like the best.
But I'm saying, but Kali was about to say, name a MC
I don't think people
outside
are
of
putting
Drake.
Drake in, like,
but
for
I don't
real,
get
for real.
niggas wasn't putting Drake in their top
I don't
MC.
think-
Niggas was having Drake at
They
the
still
top.
got
bro.
Drake as a top
Some
rapper.
people still got
think
Drake at
he's
the
a
top.
hit maker, obviously. Like, but I don't think he's.
Bro,
I
they
don't think
said they said Drake is better than Kendrick.
They said
that's
Push
what
Up
we
is
know. That's-
more
Hold on.
lyrical
No,
than
you sat here and said Drake was dinner better than Wayne when we argued that day.
I said he makes better music to me. I never said he was a better lyricist than him.
Now, you low-key
Never
said
said
he
that.
rap better.
I never said that. I said
Well, let
it's
me ask you
comprised
this
of
though.
multiple things.
So if we take Drake out of it though, has there been any?
I'm finna pull the footage up. Hey, niggas finna make me pull the footage up, man.
You said he low-key said that.
I'm
you
finna
said
pull the
that
footage
again.
up.
Now we about to find an episode.
I'm gonna
and
drop
the
it in the
timestamp.
comments.
No,
I'm gonna drop it
tell
in
me,
the
don't
comments.
pull it in that
He
shit,
said
bro.
that.
Hey, no, but real talk. Outside of Drake though, name another MC that we like really talking about that having a ghostwriter that we disappointed in.
I gotta really sit back and look
I
up
gotta
who had
revisit.
ghostwriters, but it was a lot of top rappers who's been number one, and we looking at like, damn, that's the nigga. Come to find out, he had a fucking ghostwriter.
Adding to the
It'd
song,
have been a lot of them, bro. It'd have been names I heard where I'm like, oh, not Cub. And I'm thinking he a top nigga.
We know the entirety of it though, because what you was about to say, like maybe he gave a.
Yeah, like cause some people can give like a line or two, and they probably get.
We're
song
not counting
credit.
the
Y'all-
line,
y'all
we're
think-
counting
okay.
songs.
We're not counting the
Okay.
line. Like we in the studio writing together like the locks, and you go, oh, let me hear that
So
line.
you saying
Oh,
Kiss?
say it this way. This sound better this way. I'm saying a nigga walk in the studio.
Okay.
Hand
Here
you
go the
this.
song.
Give you a reference track.
Go in there and
you
rap
do
it.
it. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Or even if you hit somebody, like you hit somebody up, I need you to write me a hit. The same way people praise Jim Jones for having Ballin' when we know Stack Bundles wrote that. And so when you argue rap, no, nigga, Stack was that. But you had it and he gave it to you and it took off and people praised you for it and that helped your career. I'm not mad at that. It's part of the game. That's the business.
But I don't think
we got to
nobody
get a credit to the MCs before we get credit to these rappers.
Yeah, I agree. And I was about to say because I don't think nobody was saying Jim Jones was the top MC. I think Ballin was.
That's not what I'm saying, but I'm just
He
saying
took the
that
credit
that
for it.
was
He
his
took the
hit.
credit.
Yeah.
Nobody knows Stack wrote that unless you know Stack and you know rap.
Right.
Nah, I agree. It's just
Like Stack
Jim
Quo.
had the name.
Stack Quo wrote for a lot of your favorites. And niggas probably like, who is Stack Quo? Stack Quo was supposed to be signed to Dre back in 50 days when Dre was supposed to drop the Detox. They said Stack Quo wrote most of the motherfucking Detox. that never came out. It's a lot of rappers who you'll look at and be like, he's a peon. He's writing for your favorites. Writing for your
So
favorite.
who would disappoint you that would have
Even
a
50,
ghostwriter?
bro, 50 came out and said he wrote for LL Cool J. Wrote a whole song for the nigga.
Oh, that's okay to me.
LL fell off after
He
he
talking
started
around the
making.
way girl, like
Nah,
Yeah,
LL
like-
Cool J was top MC, bro.
Yeah,
And back in the
and-
day,
and-
back-
and-
back-
and-
yeah,
LL has been on the podcast
I
damn
look
near
at him
arguing
different.
about that.
I
Like,
saw that
second round
actually. I did
knockout.
see that. I did see that.
yeah.
I guess I just look at him more as like I didn't
That's
come up in
because
that time.
you didn't grow up in this
I didn't
era
come up in that
enough.
time.
Yeah.
But back in the day,
what is
he
that?
was-
3, 2,
I look
4,
at him like
4, 3, 2, 1?
it's like a ladies dude, like
But
all the
that's
girls
it,
be
growing
fucking
up, but
with
he
him.
really did do like, I mean, he had Rock the Bells. Like LL was dope back in the day.
Mm.
But I was gonna ask y'all though, like, what MC would like really like disappoint y'all if they had a ghostwriter?
Fab, Jada, Banks. Them is the 3 I could think off the top
Mine
of
would
my
be
head.
Pac if Pac had a ghostwriter.
Yeah,
That was shattering me. All right, damn.
Cassidy, DMX,
Oh yeah, X, yeah.
Tupac,
Tupac.
certain
I think
artists.
Biggie, any of them that
DMX
is like
up there, bro. Because DMX is so passionate, I don't think you can get
You can't
that.
have a
You can't get what DMX put out in music from a ghostwriter. You had to live that.
Right, and DMX used to down there be disrespected if you tried to give him some music or ghostwrite for him. Like that's
not
why he
taking the
didn't
line.
respect a lot of MCs. Nigga, he was one of the main ones going in on Drake. They was mad like why he
He didn't
hated
fuck
him. You
with
remember
him.
that?
Yeah, yeah,
interview?
yeah.
I don't even
He
like
didn't
his
fuck with
face.
him.
Yeah, I hate him. He
yeah.
hated Ross. He hated
I don't
all
know,
these
there's something about
niggas.
him.
I don't know. I want to punch his face.
That is
DMX
wild.
crazy. What's that one shit? Him in the studio talking to the old lady. Man, that shit had me in tears, bro. I'm gonna show y'all after.
Now I know you talking about, lady, shut up, man. Tell me about my son. Nigga, give a fuck, bitch. Shut the fuck up, man.
She like
She was wrong, though, for sure. Stop telling me about my damn
she
son.
was,
Like,
but his reaction was crazy.
nah, but he wasn't crazy because you ignoring it. Now you frustrated.
DMX was the original
It's like-
way worse.
Nah,
The way worse.
Exactly. Yeah,
He
that's
turned him on a
fact.
70-year-old.
But he just
like,
heard like, bitch, shut up. I'm trying to rekindle something with my son. And what's unfortunate is that what he said, like, I guess I see you at my funeral. Like, and he left
Yeah.
up out of there, and then that really ended up happening. It's like, damn, you trying to let him talk. Cause like every time he's speaking, you got something to say. Like,
I'm tripping, or he had a reality show for a sec.
Yeah, he did.
He did. I
They
remember
just
that.
follow him around because
Okay,
he just
yeah,
drive
yeah.
crazy.
yeah.
Do whatever.
Do
Huh? I'm like,
whatever.
I thought I remember that.
We'll never get another DMX, bro. That is
Facts.
we'll
Rest-
never
rest-
get another
rest-
DMX.
Rest in peace to X, man.
They don't talk about
He might
X
be one of the
enough.
most unique rappers to ever grace the industry.
Ever.
Yeah, if we really think
Ever.
about it, because his grit, his realism, and then when you think about,
His
man,
acting ability too.
I was just gonna go there, like his aesthetics, the Rough Riders, the acting, like bro, with out the drugs and dibbling
I
dabbling
think
in
the
that.
drugs made him better.
I'm saying if he could have maybe it did.
I know what you're saying that he could have transitioned from that. We could have got more.
We coulda
greatness.
got more
we
They
could've got
said
he was-
DMX was on route to be the first rap billionaire. Between the merch, between tours, between doing the movies, but the drugs fucked it off. He was gonna be Jay before Jay, but he had a business mind and he had the drug problem. And remember, they was saying X was who we thought Pac was before Pac started doing the thug life shit.
Mm.
He just wasn't as militant on the Black Panther shit, but as far as we looking at this thug ass, like remember they were saying X and Pac.
I'm not
West Coast,
gonna
DMX
say
East
that. I'm not
Coast.
gonna say that because there is no DMX without Pac. A lot of people channel they.
No,
A lot of people channel their music off of Pac growing up in them
And
eras.
it came out as what it came out as.
Yeah,
Okay.
Nah,
he
I don't
might
think
have
so.
he might have been a little more raw and rugged because his story was more. I want to say I don't want to disclose nobody's pain, but we know DMX went through a lot. Even with his situation, people killing him for being on drugs, but he was laced at his young age. So a lot of
Yeah.
people don't understand that, and it's probably just hard to shake.
Yeah.
Shout out Darkman X, man. We don't talk about the legend enough.
Bloodline Records, yeah. I used to love that. I was like, man.
Darkman X, undisputed
Rough
champ,
Riders.
platinum 2
Get at
times
these
in 1
niggas,
year. You'll never see that again.
Yeah.
Never.
Not even Drake did that, boy.
Well, this was a good one, y'all. Yeah.
Look, before
Hey,
the energy died,
Y'all go hit that like button, share, like,
Hype us
subscribe.
up.
Make sure you hype, man. Much love. The VAR way or no way, man. Y'all got any last words?
Hey, we didn't get to Venezuela, but Trump out here putting BTA. Nike tech sales went up, quadrupled,
That
100,000.
was crazy. And I think that was AI. I think it was. Or was that real?
I don't know what it was.
Somebody from another country is gangster. We got a dictatorship in America. Shout out to Donald Trump, man.
Hey, I want to see my gas going down because y'all got all them barrels of oil. My better start going down.
Never. You already know that. The price will go up, it ain't never going back down.
Hey, we'll talk about that on the next episode of the next slide, man. Like
For
the video,
sure.
hype the video. I'm out of here, man. Viral way or no way.
Ain't no handouts, I did it from the ground up. In the streets, thugging hardest where they found us. Got a problem, nigga, watch my troopers mount up. My bitch is bang too, and you a lame though. You niggas ain't outside, yeah, we came through. You want your lights up, we put you on the shade.